Hey, Andrew, how many F-bombs were there in that audio bite that I sent you that we're going to play later this morning? Did you count how many bleeps there were?
I didn't count. I hope there are as many bleeps as there were F-bombs.
I as well. So could you maybe run that audio bite by a couple of other people. To
Yes,
see.
that's my plan now that there are people in the building.
Yeah, so if you don't mind, there's a guy that went nuts on an airplane. I mean, it's maniacal.
Uh-huh.
It seems every day now.
Is this the baby guy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what a jerk.
Did you see that, man? That's been circulating.
That guy's got mental issues.
Yeah, we're going to play some sound later on. We'll probably play it twice. I'll tell you what. We will play it for the early crowd. We'll do this at 6:20. So in the next segment, you got to keep listening because this guy is just going ballistic over a crying baby on a domestic airline flight here in the United States. It's insane. So that's coming up in just a bit. Hey, I don't know about you. Froggy, I think I saw you on the road on the way in this morning, so you might have seen what I saw.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Did you see what I saw?
That song.
Yeah. So just a typical ride in this morning on the Howard Franklin Bridge. I saw a motorist in one of those smaller pickup trucks driving with no lights on. So, again, sometimes you have, like, the running lights on, your headlights are off, but your dashboard is illuminated, so some people think their lights are on when they're not.
Right.
But still, you have to be a pretty non-observant individual to be driving and not know that the road is not illuminated in front of you. But this was not the case. The guy didn't have any lights on. So it wasn't like the parking lights were on, or some cars, if you don't have the lights on and you start the car, there are like the corners are lit up. No. This dude, a little while ago, there was nothing. Zero. Totally dark. I don't know how long the guy been driving. Oblivious. Zero lights. Okay, that was number one. Number two, I had two cars playing Frogger on a pretty busy bridge this morning, just weaving in and out, from left to middle to right to all. I mean, just nuts, crazy. Driving like 90 miles an hour and squeezing in where you have no business trying to change lanes at that speed. That was number two. And then number three, and you might have seen this.
Yes.
There was a full-size pickup dragging a chain underneath a United Rentals trailer of some sort. They were pulling some kind of United Rentals rental gear, like construction gear.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
And there was a chain from the trailer. So the trailer hooks up to the hitch on the pickup.
And that's where the chain was?
And there was a chain, and it was just dragging and just bouncing all over the road, shooting up sparks, like sparks flying all over the place. And you're wondering, is this thing going to get worn down? Or the link's going to be nubbed out? Is a link going to suddenly fly off? Is like a chunk of chain going to break? I mean, what
I saw
just a hazardous ride. You must have, if you were near me, and I thought I saw you.
I thought I saw you too.
All right, so
I thought I saw you play Frogger with me and go around me real quick.
I didn't play Frogger with you.
I just coast. I don't notice stuff around me.
Is Frogger the right term? Wasn't Frogger going against traffic?
Yeah, I think.
But
Yeah.
it was the weaving in and out. It was the dodging cars, was the analogy I'm trying to make. But then the chain is dragging on the interstate, and just sparks are flying all over the place. So that was my eventful drive in this morning. Is Roxanne coming? I just realized Roxanne.
Roxanne was running a couple seconds late.
A couple of seconds late. It's 5 minutes into the show already. What do you mean a couple of seconds late?
She just sent us a text message that she's in the car. I didn't get to read the whole text message because we're on the air. But
Probably enjoying the program.
I see it right now. I'm going to be 5 minutes late or so today. I have a sick child, and I had to make sure she was okay before I left.
That was the original text at like 5:35.
I put a mirror in front of her nose to make sure that it was fogging up.
She's breathing.
Yeah, exactly. I'm here in the parking lot, but I'm like a listener who's so entertained they can't get out of the car, so I'm listening to you. I'll be in a moment. What the shit?
We're not that entertaining yet.
Just come into the studio.
If you like hot traffic talk, Roxanne, just sit back because we got more for you, sweetie. Thanks for listening.
Well, we also had hot F-bomb talk with this maniac on the airplane. All right, Fester, Froggy and Fester, I need you to go when we take
man?
Is Froggy
What do
and
you
I
mean?
the best judge?
What do you mean?
What do I have to do?
I just need.
Listen, we have to listen to the audio.
No, because then I'm
hey.
responsible if something goes over.
Hey, pal, well, I have the dump button. We just have this audio bite of the maniac on the airplane screaming about the crying kid, and there are so many F-bombs. We got to make sure. I just need a second set of ears and a third set of ears on the audio to make sure that Andrew didn't miss anything. Just a
I
backup.
trust Andrew. I trust him. No net.
We've had a couple of things sneak by, you know.
What, like he's a Walenda?
Yeah, it's like a Walendo with no net.
No net? Just let's do it.
Just do it. No net.
All right, so I need you guys. So right now when we go to break, and we're going to play this audio next, so we don't have a lot of time, and it's like a 3-minute audio bite, and I think there were like a couple of dozen F-bombs in this thing.
Oh, man.
Maniac on a plane. We'll get to that next, so we'll play this audio for the early crowd in minutes. Don't move. Coming up next on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. All right, Roxanne, come in now. Come into the studio now.
If you're just leaving the house, jumping in the car, headed toward the interstates, have no fear. Everything is clear. It looks really good.
MJ Morning Show on Q105 at 6:19, and I have a bunch of texts from friends this morning. Froggy or Fester mentioned something a few minutes ago. It seems that virtually everyone got this emergency phone alert test. Was it like the EAS, the emergency alert system that, radio stations do? Like, once a week there's that test where you hear those annoying little, that noise. So overnight, I guess the cell companies, there was some kind of an alert test overnight, and my phone did not wake me up because I put my phone on vibrate or silent overnight.
Doesn't matter. Mine was on silent too. It goes through the silence.
Yeah, I don't think mine made a noise.
It's an alert, so it makes sense that it would break through.
Yeah. I got it. 4:45.
Mine didn't break through, but Doug's went through.
So his made noise?
His made
That's
noise.
weird.
Yeah, and I think he's usually in airplane mode, but I heard his. Mine did not go off.
Hold on, he puts his phone in airplane mode?
We both are
Airplane.
silent.
Yeah, well, that's silent is different than airplane mode.
Let me tell you. Let me be clear.
Airplane mode is where you shut all data, all the radio,
Yes.
the radio on your phone, meaning you can't receive any signals. That's airplane mode.
I put mine in airplane mode every night because if I don't, and someone sends me a text in the middle of the night, or I'll get that message in my dream, and it's too distracting.
So I've got 3 texts from friends, acquaintances on my phone about, hey, how much of the state got the emergency test overnight for something in the morning? It appears to be, buddy of mine, Gary says 4:46 a.m., and then, Frog, you said 4:45. So somewhere around 4:45, 4:46 this morning. And I had like a few more minutes to sleep. But when I checked my phone, when my alarm went off, I saw that the alert was on my home screen. It was on my phone when I checked my phone when my alarm went off and I wanted to silence my alarm. So my phone did not make the noise. Now, I was on vibrate overnight. It wasn't on total silent, and the noise did not pierce through. But you're telling me, Froggy, that you were on silent or vibrate, and the noise came through?
I'm always on silent.
So it was like that, it was the tone.
I was like, that thing.
Yeah.
The tone came over.
See,
Horrible.
I've heard about it through other people because I've received several texts about it. However, I shut off all alerts on my phone. So I don't get amber alerts. I don't get silver alerts.
Oh, jeez.
I don't get purple alerts. Yeah. I don't get bad weather alerts. I don't get test alerts. I get nothing. All alerts have been shut off on my phone.
How do you do that?
It's in the settings.
It's in the settings. You go into your settings. You have a little cog. You got a little wheel. It's on Apple and Android. It's the same thing. You've got that little settings cog, and you click on that. You gotta go through it. Now, about a week ago, and I think it was a weekend. I don't know if it was weekday. There was a kidnapping alert out of Miami-Dade at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Did you guys get that one as well?
I got that.
I didn't because I shut them off.
I know.
Wait, is that what I got?
5 years ago, I got an Amber Alert, which is a serious situation, out of Duval County, Jacksonville.
Right.
And I'm like, what the hell am I going to do about a kid in Jacksonville?
In Hillsborough.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
hundreds of miles away.
So Michelle's phone woke us both up. Again, I think this was like a week ago, and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and it was a kidnapping alert out of Miami-Dade. So why do I need this in South Tampa in Hillsborough County? It's not like it's a kidnapping alert, an Amber Alert in Hillsborough, Pinellas, Pasco, Polk. It's not like it's something close by.
Like, even Hardee County. Send me a message. I want to know.
I don't want an alert from Hardee County.
I mean, if a kid's
Only thing
missing,
I want from Hardee is they do make a good egg and cheese biscuit at Hardee's.
Yeah, and the cinnamon rolls are good.
That's what I'm thinking.
If my kid was abducted, I would want messages throughout the state.
Yeah. Well,
How about throughout the country?
Yes.
How about
throughout the country.
How about Europe as well?
Would you
how about
in due time?
How
Yes.
about the Lesser Antilles? Would you like alerts from the Lesser Antilles?
I wouldn't mind.
At the end of the day, I came to the realization that I really am only responsible for 2 kids, and by the time that they're going to send the Amber Alert out, I would know if they were missing.
Yeah, so. I wonder if it was like every freaking phone in the state. So wait a minute, we all got it? Oh no, Fester, you didn't because you're totally off. I got it, but it didn't wake me up. I didn't have a noise. Froggy had a noise. And then Roxanne, what did you say?
I did not get it because my phone was in airplane mode, but Doug did get it.
Okay.
There you go. All right, now on to speaking of airplane mode, we got this maniac on this Southwest Airlines flight to Orlando. I didn't see where the flight was coming from, but it was a flight to Orlando. And this guy is just screaming about a baby that's crying. And listen, it might be annoying, but if you've got a baby that maybe has some equalization issues, their ears hurt, whatever the story is, I don't know what you're going to accomplish. What is the mother of the baby on the flight? The mother of a crying baby, what? Is going to like suffocate the baby, jam its its face shut with your hand? I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, I know it might be annoying, but there's not much you can do if an infant wants to cry on an airplane. So this unidentified dude is sitting in his chair. It looks like there's this horrified woman sitting next to him. And this went online like a day ago. And according to reports, there was some bad weather in West Palm. There's some bad weather in Orlando, and the plane was like circling over or off of West Palm. So the flight was extended because of bad weather. And this guy, this passenger on this Southwest flight is just asking the crew, yelling at the mother, shut this baby up. I didn't pay for this. I paid for a quiet flight. And here's the audio. And did we count about how many F-bombs had to be bleeped in this?
I think we lost count at like 40.
I don't think it was that
No, it
many.
wasn't
Don't
40.
exaggerate. I don't think it's 40.
Okay,
but
it's like 32. Okay, I'm not that far off.
it could be a couple of dozen.
I didn't say 600.
All right, listen to this maniac on the flight. And this video is taken by another passenger who can be seen laughing. So the other passenger, he put his camera on selfie mode. So it's the front-facing camera. And so he's videoing on that. So you can see him while he's shooting behind him to capture this maniac guy yelling about the crying baby. All right, listen.
That child has been crying for 40 minutes. Lower that, and you can't put your finger in my face like that. Calm the child down, please. I had headphones on. I was sleeping.
I had headphones on. I was sleeping. Listen, it gets worse.
Leave the baby yelling. I'm not screaming. You want me to scream? You want me to scream?
So then the flight attendants are saying, sir, stop screaming. And he's like, I'm not screaming. You want me to scream? All right, listen.
Scream. Please stop the baby from crying.
Please stop the baby from crying. You want me to effing scream? I'll effing scream.
Please. Bro, please. That child was a black man.
Is that?
What did he say? That child is a what?
You got to hear this. So then he introduces race. So the guy complaining is a black guy. And then he's like, it's something about, what if this were a black baby? So he's trying to suggest that things would be different. If it was a black baby, what, they'd quiet the black baby? Or what, they'd open a door up and throw the black baby out of the airplane? What is this guy saying? All right, here it comes again. Listen.
Scream. Please stop the baby from crying. Please. Bro, please. That child was a black baby. What the would be happening right now?
If that was a black baby, what the bleep would be happening?
What does that even mean?
I don't know what that means. This guy's out of his mind. All right, listen to the rest.
Yo, I know you're not going there. You're not going there. I'm going there. We're not in Florida yet.
No, you are in Florida. You're like off the coast, or you're over West Palm Beach airspace.
You can't do what the you feel like.
You're not gonna. Can you rock?
I was asleep the whole time. You haven't served me anything. No.
I try to keep my calm, but if I wasn't on this plane, I
Because there's a child crying on the flight non-stop.
Okay.
This guy, it sounds like he's making more noise than the baby.
He just said he was asleep the whole time. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm going to sleep, how can I complain about a crying baby?
Wow.
He just
What's
said he was asleep.
worse, a baby or romance and an act like this?
Can you lower that voice?
Let's be rational for a second.
No,
There's
let's not.
nothing
No,
we can-
no,
there's nothing we can do
no,
about
no,
this child. That's not
no.
our child.
Let's be
It's a
rational.
baby.
Hold on. You want to be
So you
rational?
keep it
No.
like that.
All right, so he's asking another passenger, do you want to be rational? Dude, you're not being rational here. This goes on for minutes. I only have another 45 seconds because we edited it down. We didn't play like all 4 minutes of this thing.
Let's be rational. We are in a tin can.
We're in an let's be rational.
Let's be rational.
We're in a bleeping tin can.
He's right.
With a baby in a damn echo chamber.
In a baby in a G-damn echo chamber.
He's right.
You want to talk to me about being okay?
Okay, because you're yelling.
So is the baby.
So the male flight attendant, sir, you're yelling. And then so is the baby. Oh, my.
Dude, if that was my kid, I would have an issue with this guy.
Oh, my.
Where's the dad or mom?
I don't know. I didn't hear anything from the
I
parents.
mean, it's best.
Did that pay extra to yell?
Okay.
No. Shut up. You would shut up.
And then other passengers are telling the guy to shut up.
I wonder if he thought with his case, pleading his case and yelling about the baby that everyone was going to be on his side.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Shut the baby out. Throw the baby out. Throw the baby out.
Yeah.
Throw the baby out.
What do you think he was going to get a chant on the airplane?
Boot the baby.
All right,
Poor baby.
20 more seconds.
You start to me now. I don't give a f. You were sitting there watching that baby cry for 45 minutes. Didn't have nothing to do with nothing. Lower your voice. Lower that baby's voice.
So
Oh my God. Is this a joke?
the flight attendant says, lower your voice. And then the guy says, lower that baby's voice.
He said, Nana, Nana, boo boo, lower that baby's voice.
I mean, he makes good points.
Oh, no, he doesn't
I mean,
make
the
good
baby
point.
needs to shut up. I mean, you shut me up, shut that kid up.
Oh, so this could have been Fester on the airplane.
He's not wrong.
All right, 9 more seconds.
Okay.
Grown ass man.
It's all good.
And then some woman says something about a grown-ass man. All right, 5 seconds.
I'm sorry, y'all.
That's me.
I'm sorry.
I'm tripping.
I'm tripping. And that's where, Andrew, that's where it ended?
Nice job, Andrew, with all those F-bombs.
I'm
Nice job.
guessing
That's
Yeah.
a lot of
just
them.
by the accents that it either came from Birmingham or Little Rock or Nashville to Orlando. 'Cause everybody seemed to have a little twang. Even that baby was crying with a little southern twang.
Unbelievable audio. So we'll get into that later on. We'll play it again because that's too good to only play once at 6:20 in the morning, or now at 6:32 in the morning. So we will play that again later on. No identification on the guy. Once they landed in Orlando, he was met by airport police, and there's a picture of him like talking to police out in the gate area after they deplaned.
What law did he break?
He's being unruly.
I don't
He's a
know.
menace.
Or maybe not following the instructions of a flight crew by screaming. They've asked him to calm down, stop yelling.
Hey, calm that baby down.
All right, Fester. This could have been Fester on the flight. Hang on. We're back in a second. Early Morons in the News, which I think we almost just did, is next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Stand by for your next move, folks. MJ Morning Show, and you've got Q105, MJ with Fester and Roxanne and Froggy. And now it's Morons of the News. Also, I've got a long feature coming up soon. I got Fools in Schools coming up.
All right, hold on.
What?
We are in a season of naming segments because today is Fools in Schools. Yesterday was No, You Can't Do That. I like it. I like it a lot.
You like my new names for segments?
So let me ask you this.
Okay, you gonna sing or
does any of the morons in the news come close to the guy on the plane we just played? That guy was
nuts.
Nuts.
Yeah. I think we're going to go to phones later on. I think we'll play that maybe an hour or so from now. We're going to play the Airplane Maniac again on the Southwest flight into Orlando. If you missed it, we'll play the audio again and again. I would like to just round of applause. I'd like to recognize Andrew for probably the 40 minutes he spent on cutting out the 40 F-bombs in that thing. All right, first, though, let's do some early morons in the news. And we've got some audio-visual aids on some of these. Andrew's going to get some pictures and videos up on our website as, you know what? I had a big meeting, as I said, on Tuesday. I had a big meeting about the MJ Morning Show studio. because we're supposed to get a new studio, built from the ground up. There might be a little snaggage there.
Oh man,
I can imagine what the snaggage is.
Yeah. Okay. So I might have time to get into this later on. But one of the issues is on MJTV. I don't think this is really high tech. But when we talk about a mugshot or a video, we need to be able to play it or put the image up on MJTV from the web. So that's one of the things. I'm like, I need to be able to have Andrew put a web page or a mugshot or a picture or whatever we're talking about from the web. We got to be able to put it on MJTV. I don't think that's asking too much.
I have an idea.
Oh, I love Froggy.
What if we got another camera and just put a camera on like a screen?
Yeah. How about we have a direct video connection where we can just put it on?
I'm just trying, buddy.
I realize that. All right. So we're going to put this guy's mugshot on. This is just mysterious. A guy was busted on cocaine charges, but in his mugshot, the dude is doused in some kind of an unknown white milky substance.
Oh man.
Oh.
Well, it looks like a milkshake. Don't get all gross on me here.
I was going to have to recuse myself from this segment.
The 28-year-old guy from Florida here was arrested on cocaine possession charges. Cops responded to a 911 call about a trespasser who was acting erratic and doing drugs. This is outside a 7-Eleven in Orlando. So police arrive at the 7-Eleven and they spot this dude by the name of Anthony Coleman Hill. And as the cops are showing up, it appears he was smoking illegal narcotics.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Buster just pulled up his mugshot. Now we'll just describe it. We can't see it on MJTV or we hear it, but
we cannot see. Well, I can hold here. I'll do this low tech. I can hold the picture on MJTV. So I'm holding the printout of the story on MJTV, and you can see this guy it's like someone took a McDonald's vanilla shake and dumped it over his head.
It kind of looks like cement mix before it hardens.
Or maybe cement mix, yeah. So this guy clearly has had better days.
Yeah.
You're smoking illegal drugs as the cops are pulling up. So he also was, according to officers, displaying signs of narcotics impairment. And according to the police, it looks like he was smoking Molly.
Oh.
Which is ecstasy.
Right.
A search of Coleman Hill yielded a small bag of cocaine from his pants pocket. He was arrested on felony drug possession charges, booked into the Orange County Jail over in Orlando. And last we saw, he was still locked up on $1,000 bond. I'm guessing if you're smoking Molly outside of a 7-Eleven and you're not even aware the cops are pulling up on you and you're still smoking it, I'm guessing you might not have the resources to scrape up money for $1,000 bond, which, typically 10%. So
$100.
$100 might spring the guy. He might not be able to come up with $100.
Just if I was a milkshake company, I would spring him just to have him as like an endorser or something.
Oh, man.
It kind of looks like bird poop, too.
Yeah, I was thinking bird poop.
These milkshakes are so good, I'll wear them.
I'll spread it on my body.
Was he using his milkshake like in a threatening manner? Like, stay back, officers, or I'll douse myself in this milkshake.
No, dude.
What is it?
We don't know.
I know.
He wasn't holding a milkshake. Why are you saying he was holding a milkshake?
I mean, what else could it be?
We don't know. I don't think it was a milkshake. He has some type. Maybe it's like some Quick-Crete or something. Maybe it is cement. There's some kind of a crazy substance. It's like on the top of his head. It's dripping down his forehead.
Okay.
It's like across his eyes. It's on his lower lip. It's on his nose.
You know when you go to the beach and you get handfuls of sand that's like wet sand and you drip it and you make drip castles? Have you ever done that?
Yeah.
They're like the real drippy castles, not like the ones that you make with the pails. It looks like someone's making a drip castle on his head.
Are you saying the officers were making a drip castle in the back of the squad car on his head?
Listen to this. So we'll put the mugshot up. If you want to see what this whack job looks like, we will have the mugshot up on mjmorningshow.com. See the dripping for yourself. Identify the mystery white substance all over this guy. Take a look. And he's a black guy with the white substance, so it stands out a little more. If it was a white guy with the white substance, you'd still see it, but it wouldn't be as pronounced. But it's a crazy picture. We'll have it up at mjmorningshow.com in stories mentioned. Also, I believe I stayed in a hotel in the last couple of months right next to the La Quinta in Danbury, Connecticut. Because we were up in Connecticut and we stayed in Danbury. And guy was arrested. This is crazy. Guy in Danbury, Connecticut arrested for running an illegal dentistry operation out of his hotel room at La Quinta.
Really? At a La Quinta?
Of all the hotels, the La Quinta?
A guy is facing charges after he illegally practiced dental work in a Danbury, Connecticut hotel room. Yeah, Danbury police said that officers responded to the La Quinta for reports of dental work. Yes, hello, 911? I'd like to report dental work in room 210.
Was he pitching it to go get your dental work done by him in the hotel room and then go down and get your free breakfast in the lobby?
Yeah, the officers found a man who said that he was conducting dental referrals. When officers entered the occupant's hotel room at La Quinta, they found an impromptu operating setup with dental drills, suction machines, and a portable x-ray machine in the La Quinta.
No, I need you to open your mouth wider. Like la, 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 wider. La, 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 la.
Boxes of amoxicillin and other medications were also found. Authorities said while officers spoke to the suspect, a man left the bathroom with gauze in his mouth.
That's right. You got to keep gauze in your mouth.
I'm not running a dental. He's got drills. He's got the spit bowl. He's got the x-ray machine. It's all set up in a La Quinta.
Dude, if you have an extraction, you need to keep gauze in your mouth for 30 minutes, rinse out with salt water. Yeah, man.
The guy's name, Hugo Moraes de Lima, was arrested and charged with practicing dentistry without a license and illegal sale of prescription drugs. He was being held on a $350,000 bond?
I mean, you know.
Hold on. I can't see. It's so small. Who's got good eyes? All right, hang on a minute. Is that $350 bond or $350,000?
Roxanne has the best eyes of the bunch.
Can you see that? I can't see whether that's because my printer printed the story really, really small. So if you're
it's $350,000 bond.
It is $350,000.
I mean, practicing medicine without a license is a pretty serious charge.
The crap that goes on, man. You don't know if you have a dental lab next door or if you've got a meth lab next door in your hotel room. I guess in the middle of the night, if suddenly things go, you got a meth lab next door.
Was the Hampton Inn booked?
I guess so.
That's where I was.
Yeah, for dental services in a hotel, I like Hampton Inn.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. Or
they got the best robust coffee.
Or Courtyard by Marriott. Hang on. I got to get into Fools and Schools coming up. I've got additional morons. Man, we're just loaded here on Thursday, here on the MJ Morning Show, here on Q105. Stand by. Zero Res carpet cleaning will get your carpets cleaner than anybody else. They have a special process. Now, when it comes to carpet cleaning, yep, you've got options. You might have heard of other companies and other companies that say, oh, we'll clean your carpets. But guess what? Other companies are going to clean your carpets with heavy chemicals and soaps and shampoos. They're going to weigh your carpet down. The problem with the conventional way most companies clean carpets is they leave residue, soap, and the residue attracts dirt faster. That's why Zero Res is aptly named Zero Res for zero residue. And your carpets stay cleaner longer. That's what Zero Res is all about. If you mention me, MJ, you'll get 3 rooms of carpet clean for $129. Your carpets, area rugs, upholstery, grout, tile, they do it all. Book online, ZeroResTampa.com, 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 and tell them that MJ sent you. Let's talk about your windows. When you need replacement windows and doors, don't futz around, okay? That futz, F-U-T-Z. Don't futz around. Some companies, they do it all. Jack of all trades. We'll do your lawn. We'll spray for termites. We'll fix your driveway. We'll put in windows and doors. No. Listen, when you're dealing with windows and doors, you want experts in the field. And you want a company that just does window and door replacements. That's WeatherTight Windows. They use the proven PGT custom windows. WeatherTight Mike built this company from the ground up. He's done it all in this company. The reviews are fantastic. The customer service is second to none. That's why WeatherTight Windows is number one in the Tampa Bay area for years running. You can get a $100 rebate per window right now, a $200 rebate per door panel right now. WeatherTightWindows.com, 813-908-013. 7:03 here on a Thursday morning, and I think I'm amusing Fester with my new names for some of the segments here on the MJ Morning Show. And you're saying, what did I do recently?
Well, yesterday was, no, you can't do that.
Okay.
And today is what, School Fool?
Okay.
I'm a big fan of naming segments and having, we always have morons in the news. But
Okay.
I'm a fan.
Okay.
So what's school?
Stop.
I'm sorry. Michelle was
she likes South Park.
Michelle was watching South Park again yesterday.
Okay.
What's
Mr. Mackey?
There was
Mr.
the
Garrison?
episode. It was the episode where apparently Mr. Hat was banished
Mr. Hat. Never heard of him.
What's Mr.
Mr. Hand?
Is it Mr. Hand?
Mr. Hand.
Whatever. All right. So Michelle knows South Park inside and out. Clearly, I don't. So it was the episode where Mr. Hand was banished, and now it was Mr. Stick. Whatever.
Okay.
And it was okay.
Kids. Okay.
You know that Trey Parker and
Matt Stone.
You know that was probably based on a teacher that one of them had
of
in
course.
school where, okay. All right, so it's time now for Fools in Schools, and I'm going to try to blow through as many of these as I can. There is just a very, very large pile of school-related stories here. First of all, 3 kids have been hospitalized up in Rockville, Maryland. Why? Well, because apparently they ingested what police believe were methamphetamines at school. Yep. Rockville City Police responded to the school on Monday. School officials told DC News now it happened at the playground at the school. Investigators said the students found a container of blue items they believe to be candy.
How old are these kids? Hold on.
7-year-old kids.
When you say kids and school-age kids and meth, I thought they were like high school.
No. 3 7-year-old students ingested the substance before briefly. They ingested the substance briefly, then they spit it out. But even at 7 years old, if you find a container, you find blue pills or a blue substance outside on the playground or wherever.
No, it goes in the mouth. That's a score.
Come on.
That's a score.
No.
They think it's candy.
Yeah, I mean,
listen.
You're putting yourself in the mind of a 7-year-old.
A 2 or 3-year-old, they
No.
put everything in the mouth. A 7-year-old, you find a substance and you're just going to put it in your mouth?
If you think it's delicious.
That's a little old.
I think it's 7. It's not like you're 2 and everything, pennies, electrical wires.
Well, no, not that stuff. Stuff disguised as candy.
I'm saying that the younger kids, they put everything in their mouth.
Yeah, they do.
At 7 years old, I don't think you should be putting everything in your mouth.
They're not putting it in their mouth because they're exploring. They're putting it in their mouth because they thought they found candy. And they're like, yes.
If Fester has something on his table right here that looks like candy, I'm not even going to ask. I'm just going to eat it.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Listen, MJ.
All right.
And one kid probably thought it was candy, and then he convinces the other kids, hey, here's something I found. And
the students began to feel dizzy. Then they alerted the school nurse. Oh, hey, we found this blue substance. We didn't know what it was. We just put it in our mouths, and now we're feeling dizzy. So they're old enough to say, oh, we're dizzy. We better contact the school nurse. But they're not old enough not to put an unknown blue substance they find in their mouth?
yes, they're 7.
No.
Luke is 7.
I'm
Luke
sorry.
wouldn't do that.
I'm sorry. Exactly. Froggy's 7-year-old kid's not going to find a blue substance.
Well, he's 8.
And whatever.
Yeah, but when he was 7, he
I'm
wouldn't.
saying.
Listen, you put some candy down, the kid's going to pick it up.
I got
don't
an
know.
email. Listen to this. I got an email from the school that they found 3 children had reactions to candy. This is a parent of one of the kids. The substance was not recovered. Detectives were not able to determine the exact substance the kids consumed. Based on toxicology of the victims, investigators believe the substance may have been methamphetamine. I'm sorry. 7 years old is too old to put unknown crap that you find in your mouth. Next story. Fools in schools.
You're calling the 7-year-olds fools?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
All right. So this happened up in Ohio. A 27-year-old mother accused of spraying a school principal with mace after he and fellow staff members stopped her from entering the building. Officers in Ohio, is it the Elyria, Ohio? Police department, they responded to Hamilton Elementary School on April 18th, a couple of days ago. That morning, the principal was greeting students in the hallways when he noticed an assistant principal who is 7 months pregnant and another school administrator trying to prevent an angry parent from getting inside through a side door. Yeah, people getting into side doors and doors at schools, a lot of times that's not a good thing.
Yeah, lock them up.
So they're trying to stop this individual. So the principal went to see what was going on, recognized the parent as he got closer, recognized him and said, listen, and he tried to defuse the situation. But the parents said, "That's the guy I want," as the principal was walking up. So the parents yelling, "That's the guy I want," and pointing at the principal, according to the arrest report. The assistant principal told police that the parent was extremely agitated, upset, screaming curse words and expletives in the hallway within full view of the students, pointing, screaming at the principal. Then the parent was escorted outside, but as the principal attempted to close the door, the woman grabbed a can of mace attached to her keychain and sprays the principal in the face with mace.
That sucks.
I'll say.
I mean, you're just a principal. You're just trying to keep the school functioning, and you get hit with mace?
When the officers arrived minutes later, the parent was gone. Police said that it was clearly observed that the principal was dealing with the effects of being maced. Eyes tearing, rubbing the eye. Anyway, the parent.
There's video.
There is this surveillance video. The parent turned herself into the police station around 10:45 a.m. this morning, arrested on a charge of assault on a school official and criminal trespass. This is like 30 miles southwest of downtown Cleveland. And then there's video.
All right, this video is a little anticlimactic.
Well, that would be climactic.
This
guess
video
what?
is a
You're
big,
stupid.
This video is a big letdown. Because she only sprays him for like a nanosecond.
Fester, it's anticlimactic.
Listen, I don't want to hear about climactics right now.
It's all confusing because if you just say climax, that's
Yeah.
an X. So
Yeah.
I get it.
So she sprays him for a tenth of a second, and he's fine. Look at him. He's walking around fine. It's not like she's spraying him to where he's on the ground crying and pleading for his life.
He had after effects, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so now you're condoning parents just spraying a little bit of mace in principals' faces?
I'm just not
Is that
completely.
it?
I'm not completely against this mother. She sprayed him for a tenth of a second.
Fester, I need you to get a brain scan.
Yeah, I got your brain skin.
Oh.
No,
I do have your brain skin.
There's just something going on with you.
You know what? Let's all agree.
It's
I'm a horrible mother.
It's like you're condoning the behavior of the mace
There's
sprayer.
two sides to every story.
So there's a scenario where it's okay to mace the principal in the face?
Okay, so Mason
An angry, yelling parent who's cursing and throwing expletives at the principal, trying to get into the school in front of full view of students. You think there's a scenario where it's okay for the parent to mace the principal in the face? What is wrong with you?
Okay, fine. So macing principals, always wrong. However, can the principal be a little bit of a drama queen? Maybe he is.
All right. Then hold on to that thought, because in minutes, ladies and gentlemen, I shall continue. Like I said, I had a giant pile of fools in schools. I've got 3 more. We've got a Lakeland story. So now we've got a local school disruption story with a crazed parent. You got to hear this. Oh, and if you get a bad grade in Spanish class, como se dice murder the Spanish teacher?
Oh.
How do you say?
Murder.
Como se dice en español? Murder the Spanish teacher.
Oh, no.
How do you? You got to hear this story. And the photoshopping of a teacher with nude photos. All right, hold on. We'll get to all of that. Hey, fools in schools.
Continues.
It does, with part 2. And then we get that fool on the airplane. We got to play that again for the later crowd here. And then, of course, everyone's phone going off in the middle of the night with the emergency alert. We got to bring that back up. It is a loaded Thursday here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Stand by. 7:24. Let's go. 1 hour, 20 minutes nonstop, MJ. And remember, when you're in your car, that is not the only place that you can listen to the MJ Morning Show. Take us where you're going. When you get out of your car, use a multitude of apps. The Odyssey app, AUDACY. Go grab the app. It's free. Then you search for Q105 Tampa Bay. You can listen to us live. So if you love what you hear in the car, take us inside wherever you're going. Play us at your desk. Play us on your desktop computer. All you have to do is go to mjmorningshow.com, and you'll see upper right-hand corner. It says Listen Live. Click that, and you can listen on your desktop speakers, your laptop, whatever. Smart speakers. So make sure you keep listening to the MJ Morning Show. All right, 7:25 now, and we also have to play the audio again for the kind of mid-show crowd. We played the Maniac on the Southwest flight from earlier this week. Flight was going to Orlando, and there was a baby crying, and this passenger is just having a meltdown. This guy was acting like a bigger infant than the baby that was crying on the plane. So if you haven't heard that, we'll get into that in just a bit on the MJ Morning Show. First, though, let me just finish up with Fools in Schools, brand new feature. And, I guess I came up with the concept for Fools in Schools because I had a ridiculous pile of these school-related stories. 2 or 3 more here quickly. And, of course, a lot of students are on the way to school right now, getting ready for school. And I think that this is a teaching segment. You can learn from fools in schools because you don't want to replicate this behavior like this. Yeah, you don't want to plot to kill your Spanish teacher if you get a bad grade in Spanish.
Would that be no bueno?
No bueno.
No bueno.
No
No bueno.
And is like death or dead? Is it muerta? I got to be careful because I don't want to say.
It's matar.
No, look up because I got to be careful because the S-bomb is me. I can't. So
It's not close to matar.
Did I say muerto or close to it? Yeah. So muerto is dead.
Well, murder is asesinato.
Is what?
Asesinato. Right?
I don't know if you're pronouncing that right.
I don't know that we need a bunch of honkies here trying to guess how to speak Spanish in Tampa.
And your accent's a little overdone, I think.
And hilarious isn't? Hilaria.
I never.
Hilarious.
Yes, of course, Hilaria Baldwin's.
That's our benchmark around
No,
here.
it isn't. No, it isn't.
No, my benchmark is Sofia Vergara on the Rooms to Go commercials. That's my benchmark.
Have you seen some of the couches in her collection?
Yes.
It's some good looking stuff.
Yes.
She has a good stuff.
Yes.
Excelente.
Muy bueno.
Muy bueno.
Yes.
Sí, yeah, absolutely. All right. So, listen, if you get a bad grade in Spanish, it's not going to end well if you're going to plot to kill your Spanish teacher. 2 Iowa teenagers accused of beating their Spanish teacher to death as payback for a bad grade that she gave one of them. Now, I know over the years that we have talked about stories that there were students that didn't like a teacher and they were plotting or they had like a teacher hit list. Don't get caught with any kind of a hit list in school, okay?
You think?
Yeah, it's not the time and place. Back in, the early 80s, maybe they'd laugh it off. Not anymore. Hey, listen, I brought bullets to school in elementary school.
What?
Oh, I never told you the story?
I think I remember. They?
I brought 22 caliber bullets to school for show and tell.
You're an
idiot. I brought mercury. I brought a whole...
What's the matter with you?
Guys, let me tell you right now that things that I did as a little kid in school, my God, there would have been a half-mile evacuation for some of the things
You brought mercury? This? What did you crack open a thermometer and roll it in a little ball?
No, let me. I'll tell you exactly what happened. All right, first the bullet story. When I was about 9 years old, my dad took me to the range for the first time, an indoor shooting range up in Rockland County, New York. This is before we moved to Virginia Beach when I was 11. So about 9, Dad takes me to the range. We got a 22 long rifle, and my dad, because that's a good, there's no kick on that thing. It's just a nice way to learn. It's like a BB gun almost. So my dad takes me to the range, and we're shooting 22s. And, my dad's teaching me safety and everything. And then that was like a Saturday or Sunday, and I kept a couple of the bullets, and I put them in my pocket. And I decided that I was going to bring them to show and tell. And I brought, so I was 9. This would have been like 1974 1975, somewhere. I think it was 75. And that would have put me in I think 4th grade. So,
wow.
For show and tell, I might have been younger. I might have been 7 or 8. It might have been I'm trying to remember. Oh, I think it might have been 3rd grade. It was either 3rd or 4th grade. And for show and tell, I brought in a handful of 22 caliber bullets.
Yeah, talk about no bueno, man. Don't do
but
that.
Nothing happened. There was no alarm. It was just a different time. And then, can you imagine a kid bringing a handful of bullets these days to school? My God. All right. Then I brought a jar full of mercury, and I even poured it out on the desk in the classroom. This is insane.
You're a menace.
Today, the school would be evacuated. There would be a hazmat team brought in.
Yeah.
All right. So my grandfather was a photo engraver, and he made the magazine plates for back in the 30s and the 40s and the 50s. My grandpa Fred was a photo engraver. I think he worked for Time Life,
Wow.
for their magazines up in New York. And again, they used mercury, or he had all kinds of really cool tools and everything. And I just remember that on his workbench, he had a jar with this really cool-looking, slippery, silvery liquid, and it was shake the jar around. And I asked him, "Hey, can I have this?" And he gave it to me. And I guess they didn't know. These days, if you drop a thermometer, they close off a 2-square-mile area, call in hazmat from 19 different states. The EPA is setting up a super fund, all right?
Right.
But I brought a jar of mercury, it was like a mercury ball the size of a golf ball.
Nice.
Oh, my God.
And I opened the jar up, I poured it out on my desk, and we're playing with it with our fingers, with the kids, and we're all touching it in class. So
That's what's wrong with you. You have mercury poisoning still to this day.
MJ show and tell from hell. Oh, it's a new feature.
Show and tell from hell.
All we're doing is rhyming now.
Show and tell from hell.
An awesome horror film.
Is that not? That's a good idea.
Today I'm here to show you, and then it's like a monster.
Show and tell from hell opens Friday at theaters everywhere. So 2 Iowa teens accused of killing their Spanish teacher. We've had stories of threatening to kill teachers, but they actually did. 2 Iowa teenagers beat the Spanish teacher to death as payback for a bad grade that she gave one of the kids. Wow. They pleaded guilty to first-degree murder in the slaying. And this is nuts. Willard Miller and Jeremy Gooddale, nothing good about that kid, changed their pleas to guilty on Tuesday this week and admitting to killing Nohema Graber, a 66-year-old Spanish teacher. That is awful. Terrible story. And then we have the Lakeland mother that disrupted the school. So again, fools in schools. A Lakeland woman, she was busted after deputies said that she disrupted classes at Medulla Elementary School. Man, that's so close to Medusa. I would just have named it Medusa.
You know what? They could have been like the head snakes or something.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be a good mascot.
Great mascot.
Isn't medulla a breast pump? I think it is.
Yeah, I think it's a name for a breast
Medulla oblongata.
So Deputy said 39-year-old Michelle, not Michelle, but Mechelle, Michelle Smith, arrived at Medusa Elementary School. All right, it's Medulla. And she was yelling and cursing at school staff. She was asked to calm down, stop cursing. There were several students nearby. The sheriff's office said that Smith was upset because her child had received discipline referrals from a teacher and wanted her child removed from that teacher's classroom. Deputies at the school, or deputies said a school administrator heard the disruption, approached Smith. Smith demanded that her child be placed in another class. Administrator then told Smith to calm down and said that they would arrange a meeting to discuss the child's behavior. So the parent just goes in and starts screaming in the school.
You can't do that either.
It's like the guy on the Southwest flight screaming about the crying baby. Yeah, the sheriff's office said that Smith told the administrator that she was there to pick up her child and walk past school staff. Smith continued to yell at the school administrator. The sheriff's office said that Smith pushed the school administrator and attempted to open a set of locked hallway doors. Realized that she couldn't open the doors, left the school building. Deputy said she jumped over the gate to flee from the school, but she eventually called deputies and told them that she was at a CVS and would wait for them while she turned herself in. What a mess. Yeah. Right way and a wrong way, according to Sheriff Grady Judd, to handle things. That would be the wrong way.
Yeah. Thank you, Sheriff, for pointing out the obvious.
And then finally here.
Whoa, careful.
Hey, he's right. It is kind of obvious.
Finally here out of Texas, nothing good is going to come out of you trying to sell a nude Photoshop picture of a teacher.
Nothing good's going to come from that. No.
It depends on the teacher.
Yeah.
Is it a flattering Photoshop?
A Texas student, we don't have the actual image, but a Texas student photoshopped his teacher's head onto naked photos and tried to sell them online.
I have to see the photos before I could render a verdict on this one.
Unidentified kid enrolled at Klein Independent School District outside of Houston allegedly edited the educator's face onto revealing pictures of other women. Yeah. Then shared the photos on social media, which was created just for the fake images to be propagated, and then asked for money from potential buyers who wanted to see more. Oh, you want to see more naked pictures of the teacher? Hey, you got to cough up here.
It's a
shakedown.
It's a real low-level scam.
Yeah.
Under Texas Penal Code.
Whoa.
I don't know if we need to be talking about penals here.
That was the name of the website.
Yeah. It's a third-degree felony. It's a serious crime. If you're accused and convicted, you're looking at some serious punishment. Yeah, multiple law enforcement agencies are looking at the possible charges against the minor. The kid's name, age, and campus have not been made public. But, if we have any students listening, let me help you avoid some trouble. Whatever you do, do not Photoshop a teacher's face on nude bodies. Whatever you do.
It's probably a good, unless it's like a big fat guy with moles. And
we used to have like a really fat like resource officer at our school. We called him Deputy Donut. I mean, if we would Photoshop him on a really buff guy, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, whatever you do.
Hey guys, I got married.
What?
I've been meaning to tell everybody.
Hold on. What?
I did. Yeah. I got married. This on vacation.
Wait a second.
This is how you.
Hold on. That's how. It's a blurt.
It was a blurt. Yeah. I was looking at the clock, and so clear your content calendar, MJ. A lot to get into here. We're gonna need the big chunk of MJ to talk about all of this.
Wait. Whoa.
Hang on a minute.
Whoa.
Wait a minute. We just had a blurt at 7:38 in the morning. On this Thursday, the 20th. Oh, it's 420 day.
By the way, that's another ISO we need. That's probably the biggest ISO ever.
Hold on a minute.
Guys, I just got married. What?
Roxanne.
That's not how my voice. I've never heard your Roxanne voice, Froggy. That's the worst.
That's a dead ringer, Froggy. That is the best impression of all
Roxanne
of us.
just blurts out.
Yeah.
guys, I got married. What
I
the hell?
I didn't. I wanted to find a good time to tell you, but now is as good as any. Because we have a good hour to talk about this now with uninterrupted MJ.
That was like a Tourette blurt or something.
Yeah, it was.
You know?
I was just sitting on it, and I was like, I can't contain this anymore. So there you go. Yeah, I got married on vacation.
You should have done like I have an announcement.
Wait a minute. How long you been married?
Since Sunday.
You got married.
Today's Thursday.
Oh, today's Thursday.
You've been married for 4 days.
You got married on Sunday?
I did.
What the hell?
To Doug?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
to Doug.
So,
Doug?
to
You got married to Doug?
We did. It was Doug. Yep, I decided.
Congratulations,
So, thank you.
Roxanne.
Oh, my
Thank you.
Let
God.
me be the first to say.
Thank you.
What a flippin' shocker here.
And Doug.
So
got married.
this is what happened.
Where did you get married? What happened?
How?
Okay.
When? Why? Who?
Last week you went to Miami.
I did.
Sunday you drove home.
Saturday we drove home. So
Okay.
while we were in Miami with the kids, we realized our children are so high maintenance and so difficult that neither of us will ever be able to find another boyfriend or another girlfriend that
hold
will
on.
tolerate
You
our
just
children.
said your kids are so
I'm kidding.
wild and high maintenance?
It's a joke. It's a joke. No.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
You didn't use your joke
I mean,
voice.
I'm not really kidding because they are high maintenance, but that's not why we got married. So
I want to trade them in.
So we got the marriage. You got to get the marriage license in advance.
When did you get the marriage license?
Like 10 days ago, I think.
Wait a minute. So it was. Hold on.
Yeah.
You got the marriage license 10 days ago.
So
and then you just. Well, so you knew you were going to get married. It wasn't
yeah,
spontaneous.
it was okay. We said let's get the marriage. They're good for 3 months.
Are they? I don't know.
Yeah, that's the rule.
Okay.
That I found that out. So you get the marriage license, and
so
then
you
I
went
was
down
like,
to the Hillsborough County Courthouse.
Yes, and we got the marriage license, and then we thought, okay, well, either we have 3 months to plan something, or I've always kind of fantasized about doing like a drunken Vegas wedding, like impromptu sort of thing.
It's called eloping.
Yeah, that's what we did.
A drive-through Elvis wedding in Vegas.
Yeah, so I just kind of have always wanted, let's do this spur of the moment. Let's just do it when we feel like it. So we had the license, we were prepared, and confirmed we were in Miami. Decided yes, we definitely wanted. I mean, we've always known we wanted to do it, but we want to do it soon.
So where did you physically get married?
We're getting there. There. So we're driving. So basically, we're driving home on Saturday. We knew we were going to get married.
You stopped at a Wawa?
No, we didn't stop at a Wawa.
It was a toll plaza, Alligator Alley.
Service Plaza on the Turnpike.
Yes, exactly.
At the Fort Drum Service Plaza.
Took some gorgeous pictures there. And so we decided as we're driving, all right, Doug, he credits himself as planning our whole wedding. I ought to text him and tell him to tune in right now. But he planned he planned it. He called the officiant.
I'll text Doug. You tell the story.
Text Doug and say, congratulations. And
all right. So
tune
he
in now.
Called the officiant.
He set it up like a mobile. They have mobile officiants. Isn't it officiant?
How modern.
Efficient.
Okay.
Or is it officiant?
It's officiant.
Whatever.
It's very efficient either way because they come right to you.
Mobile?
Mobile, yes.
And
so,
where'd the married dude? Where did the married dude meet you? Because I don't know how to. Is it efficient or hey? Can you bring up the M-W dictionary? Fester, hurry up! Bring M-W.com. M-W.com. I can't go on until we know how to pronounce.
I know. I've actually been telling people this story, and I'm like, officiant.
O-F-F-I-C-I-A-N-T.
At first, I'm saying official, but that's not right.
I think it's. God,
I'm glad I'm not the only one who didn't know this.
Yeah. All right. Did you spell it right?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Play it. Go ahead.
Officiant. Okay, there is that extra.
Officiant. Okay,
thing.
there we go.
Yeah.
Right. So you call a mobile
officiant.
Yeah, Doug did.
And what the hell happened? Where'd he meet you?
So then it was a she.
It was a she.
And so she was gonna, we set it up on Saturday, and so then I'm big into dates and stuff. And so I was like, okay, is this a good day for us to get married? 4/16.
What day? Oh, that's right.
4/16.
So 4/6. So April 16th was Sunday.
Yes. So
the officiant.
The officiant married us on Sunday.
Where?
I haven't gotten there yet.
Okay, all right.
Let's get there.
Okay, MJ, I love your fire those questions away when we're talking to Sheriff Chronister, but let me tell this story. People want to hear. They don't need to audit my dates and times and all that. They want to hear about the emotion.
You just blurted out, I got married. So let's get to the nuts and guts of it.
Put the attention on me so I can get into this story. So in any case, we get the officiant, we get that set up, and the date is 4/16, which 4 is April, my daughter's birthday, my older daughter, and 16 is Daviana's birthday.
Okay.
So I was like,
okay.
So this is perfect. This is meant to be. This is a really good good date for us.
Right.
And then I realized, in my head, I was like, oh my gosh, today, 4/15, is my anniversary to my divorce.
Oh, for your first?
Yeah,
so
for my first marriage.
4/15.
Yes.
That was also the date the Titanic sunk.
It was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think the Lincoln assassination as well. But in any case, so 4/15 was not our wedding date. So as I was just thinking this. That's all I was doing is thinking it. And I'm looking in my IG feed and a picture of my divorce attorney pops up.
What?
And I never see him.
That
never.
is
It was weird.
So in your Instagram feed?
Yeah.
The day you were getting married?
No, the day that I was talking about planning my wedding, 4/15.
So on that date, your divorce attorney's picture pops up in your IG feed?
Yes. And then so I had to tell Doug, I'm like, Doug, this is really weird, but 4/15 is my divorce anniversary date. He's like, well, it's good we're not doing it today then. And then
But even getting close to it, even like just the day.
It doesn't matter.
All right. So all right, listen.
Jeez.
I
You're
need
so into dates. It doesn't matter. It's only a day off.
I need the rest of the facts here.
I need to let this get out the way I want it to. It's my marriage.
Just let this. Okay.
So, and then I'm going to make this good. You guys can interrupt and interject if it's funny.
We're trying.
Okay. So this divorce attorney, I go, let me send him a message. So I sent him a DM. I'm like, hey, Dan, great to see that he's on vacation. I haven't talked to him in a bazillion years.
So a picture of him on vacation pops up in your feed?
Yes.
Where was he on vacation?
Costa Rica.
He was in Costa Rica.
Yeah. And so I'm like, looks like you're having fun. Hope everything's going well for you. And I didn't tell him we were planning my wedding, but I just said, just so happens.
Was he hooked up with a hot Costa Rican muchacha?
No, he was with his beautiful person that he was with. And I said, I was like, just want to say thank you again. Haha, the anniversary of, and he said, I didn't realize this was very nice. He's like, hey, I listened to your show. Love to see that you're so happy with your kids now, blah, blah, blah. Love to see these stories turn out well. So great little interaction there.
Okay.
So then we wake up Sunday. And, I'm sharing all this because the second time you get married, and you guys don't understand this, but a lot of our listeners do, it's very different than the first time you get married.
It sounds
in your 20s versus my age and second time around. In my 20s, it was all the pageantry. I had people doing my hair and makeup and blah, blah, blah. I'm sucking oxygen, so I look really refreshed. And this was much more chill. So Doug and I wake up on Sunday, and I'm like, let's have a... What is so funny, Fester?
What are you laughing at? Roxanne, you had an oxygen mask at your first wedding so you would look refreshed?
Wait a minute. Hold on. Hang on. I was just distracted for a second.
Roxanne was talking about the differences between the first and second wedding.
Wait, you have an oxygen tank in your house?
No,
at her wedding.
No.
At her first, she was explaining.
Are you listening to 104.7?
She was explaining the differences between her two weddings, and she goes, "Yeah, my first wedding was all the pageantry, and people were doing my hair, and I was sucking oxygen so I could look refreshed."
Right.
Yeah.
At your first wedding, you had an oxygen tank?
Yes, I did.
Like if you were on life support and you were getting married at the hospital, like you were having oxygen.
Did you have the tube? Do you have the tubes up your nose?
In my nose, yeah.
I did. Cannulus, right? That's what they're called.
What the hell? All right, listen.
Okay,
you got to cut to the chase here.
No, I'm telling you what happened.
You got married.
Yeah, this is going to bring. This is what it is exactly. Thank you. So we get up on Sunday, and I'm like, Doug, we got to talk about some stuff. So I start laying out every horrible scenario that can happen in life. Like I'm like, listen, all right, if I get Alzheimer's, this is what I want you to do. Just put me in a home. Get a new girlfriend.
Put me in a home right now.
He's like, no, we'll take care of you. I'm like, listen, by the way, he left for Scottsdale on Monday. So he married me on Sunday, left for Scottsdale. I go, if you meet
He went on a honeymoon by himself.
No, I think he had his bachelor. We do everything, like Fester, that was the smartest thing you ever said.
Himself.
You do everything backwards.
Yeah.
ZY WX or
everything's backwards in this
XW.
All right,
relationship.
so
She just met Doug's mother for the first time.
So-
where did you get married on Sunday? Where did the officiant actually?
The beach here. So, anyways, I'm not done telling you my conversation with Doug. I said, if you meet somebody and you fall in love, this is what I want you to do. Like I went through all these horrible scenarios.
Do you have a prenup?
No, we don't. So then I was like,
So you're verbally rolling out the rules?
Okay. No, not the rules. We're having a very heartfelt discussion about things that happen in life. That is the difference between a second marriage and a first marriage.
All right.
And then I'm like, what if our kids grow up and they read books I've written and we're just having all these discussions. And Doug's like, Roxanne, and he's you guys know him. He's never serious about anything. He goes, Roxanne, I'm dead serious about this. We're all going to be killed by robots in 5 years, so none of this stuff matters.
He thinks that
Doug.
He thinks that AI is going to take us out.
And I happen to agree.
We've come for you.
So then
you agree that robots are going to take us out in 5 years?
I came up with the brilliant idea. I was like, well, why don't we get a sex robot? And not to have sex, not to do it with.
What are you saying?
But what if I go, if we get a sex robot, that robot can protect us against the evil robots when they start to try to take over the world,
What does a
Cyborg
sex
Candy
robot? Why
can
is
shoot lasers out of her boobs and kill the bad robots that are coming after everybody.
Are you on drugs right now?
I'm opening the window into my home and sharing a private conversation, an
enjoying this.
intimate conversation.
I can't believe this is real life.
Sex.
I can't believe this is real life.
Wait a minute. Am I dreaming right
They're
now?
about to get married and she's talking about sex rope.
I think.
No, they are
am I having
married,
one of
right?
those weird Ozempic dreams?
So, anyways, we got through all those tough conversations on how to handle. Opposite of when you first get married, just like, oh my gosh, can't wait to move into my big house and everything's gonna be perfect. It's not a fairy tale. Life is not a fairy tale. So, in any case, we go. My younger daughter and I went and worked on our taxes and went grocery shopping.
Hold on, your younger
my
daughter,
older daughter.
your older daughter,
Yeah.
she's 5 and she's working on taxes with you.
We're like, what do we have to do today? I'm like, I have to do my taxes. He had to show a property.
Hold on, what day was this?
Sunday. So
Okay,
what I'm
all right.
saying is we went about our daily business. It wasn't the pageantry. I said, I'll meet you back at the house. And my daughter says to me, we're in the car. And she's like, Mom, do you need to call your boyfriend and tell him? And I'm like, what? And she's like, do you need to call your boyfriend and tell him you and Dad are getting married? And I was like, what are you talking about? So she was confused because she knows I've been married before and she doesn't know the term ex-husband. And she's like, your boyfriend who you're married with, who you were married with. I was like, no, honey, he's moved on. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Andrew. I said, he's moved on. He would be happy for me. And he has, a family of his own.
Well.
So anyways, we didn't have to do that. So we get home.
Yep.
I take a shower.
Right.
I don't have any time to put on makeup.
Yep.
I put on my dress. I put on a bathrobe.
Right.
We get in the car.
How romantic.
No, because I didn't want him to see
And
the dress.
where'd you go?
Who cares? This is the good stuff. It's a beach. I'll get there. So we're in the car, and I reach into this bag right here, and I have a razor in case Meredith wants to shave my legs in the bathroom.
Hold on. What? Meredith was at your wedding at the beach?
No, remember, this is a throwback. Remember last week or 2 weeks ago when Meredith shaved my legs in the restroom here at Beasley Media Group?
Yes,
okay.
Vaguely recall that.
I need you to take a breathalyzer right now.
Roxanne, I have to say, first of all, a couple things. One, I could not be happier for you and Doug. I love you. I love Doug.
I think
love
Fester's shortening the story right now.
But this is the most convoluted, backward-ass, rambling story I've ever heard in my whole life. I could not be happier for you
Do
and
you
Doug.
want me to read all the text messages that right now they're saying, you guys need to shut up and let Roxanne tell her story?
For real.
If you could tell the story, I would completely agree.
She's telling the story.
I'm sequentially telling the story.
All right.
You're talking...
All right, let's wrap it up in 1 minute.
What? No, I don't have a minute. I'm not done.
I want to hear the whole story, but...
A minute, she got married.
Listen, it
sir.
hasn't even gotten to the good stuff yet.
Show some respect.
Wait, what time do I have
I told you to carve out this big chunk of MJ. But I'll get to it before we get to the 8 o'clock word. I'll be done. Don't worry.
We've got sex robots. We've got your 4-year-old wanting to call your
this is
ex.
life.
We got your 5-year-old's doing taxes.
We got you carrying razors.
Okay.
You carrying weapons now.
So I'm trying to do my makeup in the car, and I reach into my bag and I slice my finger.
Jesus Christ! There's injuries. What's happening? Are you bleeding on your wedding dress?
And I nick my wrist.
You're short circuiting.
So
You sliced your wrist?
So I didn't want to tell Doug. So I'm just bleeding, but I was starting to bleed bad. So I'm just grabbing all the baby wipes and I'm wrapping my fingers. He's driving. And I kind of start huffing because I don't know what to do.
I don't know what's going on.
You started huffing computer dust?
No. I'm like, and he's like, Roxanne, what is wrong with you? And I'm like, can you please stop at a CVS? My finger's bleeding really bad. And I show him like these soaked baby wipes of blood. And he's like, oh my God. Which, by the way, this is really weird. There are barely any CVS's open on Sunday at 4:00 on Gulf to Bay. We tried to stop at 2 and they were closed.
No,
At 4:00? I'm serious. It was a Twilight Zone thing. It was weird.
No, we're in the Twilight Zone right now. CVS is opened at 4:00 on a Sunday.
Okay, I'll give you the precise time, Mr. Auditor. We were in the car at 5:30, and there were CVS's that were closed on Gulf to Bay. Anyone who lives in Clearwater wants to hit me on the text line and tell me why that is, please do. But anyways, we found a drugstore. It wasn't a CVS. So he rushes in to get me Neosporin and Band-Aids. And it's not like it was a terrible area of town. Nowadays, oh my gosh, you can get carjacked anywhere. But he realizes...
Are people still listening to this?
Yes.
Everybody's listening to it. Everybody's listening to it. I have to see how this ends. I mean, I know it ends in a marriage.
Can you get to the beach now, please?
I know it is killing you to not be talking right now, but this is my moment to shine. This is the bride's day. So in any case, Doug goes in rushes in, and in rushing in, he leaves the car on for us so we can have some AC. And he calls me because, Roxanne, I left the keys in the car. Please lock the doors. So then I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I almost slit my wrist and we could potentially get carjacked on my wedding day. The old iteration of me would probably be like, these are bad signs. But the new, I just was like, nope, we're doing this. We're doing this. So we were fine. We get to the beach. Oh, then Doug starts huffing and puffing in the car because now we're late. And he's like, why do we have to be late everywhere we go? We're late all the time. We're always late.
I thought he was stung by a bee and was going into anaphylactic shock. All right, so which beach did you go to?
Sand Key.
Okay.
Ooh, lovely.
Nice.
Is that
okay?
Just doing it for you right now?
The officiant met you at Sand Key.
She did.
In a parking lot?
So we pull up and Doug's like, I got this. I'll be back. So he runs and I get out of my robe and Daviana didn't want to wear a dress.
I'm waiting to hear that the officiant was dressed in a Shrek costume or something.
That would be... Were they in a Shrek costume?
No.
Is our audience following this?
Okay, so hold on.
Should we go to phones here?
Yes, definitely.
People love it. I am getting, as we speak,
Yes.
everybody has a studio line, text line. Everybody has my personal cell phone. I'm getting dozens and dozens of texts.
What are they saying?
Everything from shut the hell up, Fester and MJ, and let Roxanne tell her story to I think Roxanne is actually on her honeymoon and she sent in the sex robot to tell the story. Another person is saying, what the hell? We love Roxanne, but this is the longest story ever. Another person, the next exact one says, shut up, Fester, you're so rude. Everything.
Let's go to phones. Let's light up the phones here. If you would like to congratulate Roxanne for getting married.
Well, she's not done with her story.
Or if we lost you 12 and a half minutes ago, we'd love to hear you right now. Call us 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047.
I think it's great, Roxanne.
Can you finish the story in like a minute?
No.
This is a big story.
I know, but...
You know what? This is the private part. So, yeah, I can. So we got to the beach, and it was beautiful, and my kids threw flowers.
Aww.
And it was cute, and it was nice. And I could never figure out, I know that even in my family, I've had people who are probably like, all right, these people having kids out of wedlock. And, I mean, judge away, because... what is this world coming to?
They do know this is like 2023 and not 1823.
Exactly.
Sex robots. That's what's going on here.
But I do have to say, like guys, shush. I can't tell you.
Now we're getting shush. Is this the new married Roxanne that we're dealing with here?
This is the new. Doug just figured it out too. No, he did not. He was on a trip to Scottsdale, continuing to live his best life this week. In any case, I was standing there, and I'm like, I can't imagine. I'm so lucky to have my children there with me. It's not something that you customarily do. Usually, you do it in the correct order.
The kids come after,
right?
But you have a 3 and a 5-year-old.
Yes.
Before.
Yes, and having them there with me, it was it was the most amazing thing ever. I cherish that moment. And it was fun. Like afterwards, we went to dinner, and my daughter was like, well, how'd you guys meet? And
Oh, how cute.
Well, Roxanne, congratulations. Finally getting married. Roxanne revealed this about 20 minutes ago with just a blurt.
MJ.
Roxanne just blurted,
Yeah.
I got married. I mean, just out of nowhere. I mean, just caught us all off guard.
Where did you go to dinner after the wedding?
We went to, my kids like where the dolphin is at Island Way Grill.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, very nice. All right, let's go to phones here. Pam is in Valrico. Pam, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Wow.
Good morning. Okay, I want to bypass all the men. Love you guys. But Roxanne, congratulations. I got engaged on Sankey, and we went to the exact same restaurant after we got engaged.
That's
Oh,
beautiful.
I love that.
Congratulations.
Love
yes.
you.
No, I'm actually in tears right now driving.
Now, do you have
Thank you.
Do you have a 25-minute story with profuse bleeding and sex robots by any chance?
No, but you know what? That's my everyday life. I this probably happens to me every day, but I think it's lovely. I love that you eloped. I wanted to get, married on the beach, but my husband had other ideas, so I had to compromise a little bit. But we did get engaged and did go to that same restaurant. And
that's
30,
awesome.
30 years we're still together, and you guys obviously really love each other, and I'm thrilled for you. I'm crying right now, okay? I am absolutely
Thank you.
crying on
That
my
is
way to
sweet.
work. I think it's lovely. And
All right, but did you need a whiteboard and a magic marker to keep track of the story?
No, this is my head. I have ADHD.
Okay.
I'm really
Right.
good at this. I put everything in my head. I know exactly what you just said, and it's all in there.
Now,
Excellent.
Pam, how happy are you for Roxanne and Doug?
Oh, my gosh. I'm crying. I'm very, very happy.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Roxy, I talk to Roxy. I text her all the time. She's lovely. And I knew it would happen, and she would do it on her time and her.
Now, did it process? Did you hear the blurt? Were you listening when she just blurted out, I got married?
Yes, and you know what? I just turned on my car and turned you guys on when you said that, and I thought I was going to pee my pants. I'm like, wait a minute, this is not hot.
Thanks for the call. Pam, I appreciate it. Thanks for listening.
Thanks,
All right,
Pam.
phones are loaded here. Now, I was going to talk about, I did have a tease at 7:45.
Nobody cares about that right
And
now.
yeah, exactly. I was going to talk about Florida has 3 cities in the top 25 for something that's not good. I was about to get to that, but hang on, we'll delay that. Let me quickly give you the Rock the Cash Box word. This hour's word is correct. CORRECT. Text correct nationwide to 45911 right now before quarter after, and you got a shot at $1,000 cash, or you can enter it on the Q105 app or at myQ105.com. Text the word correct, CORRECT, to 45911 right now, and you could win $1,000. Good luck. All right, back to phones here. Again, this is a very spontaneous show, and this could have been one of the most spontaneous things ever with Roxanne blurting out a little while ago that she got married. Let's grab Paul in Brandon. Paul, MJ Morning Show, you're up. Hello.
So, first of all, Roxanne, congratulations on this big step for you.
Thank you.
And I say that now you become into a new phase. The previous phase was your work buddies making fun of you that you didn't get married for many years. Now you're going to go into a new phase where they're going to be making fun of you as married.
No.
And talking about the blood, that was the blood of being unmarried. You got rid of it. Now you got new blood.
Man, we're bringing Santeria into the picture here.
Thank you, Paul.
I think.
Thank you, Paul.
I'm getting laughs out of callers today. I guess that's a good thing.
I guess so.
So congratulations. I'm very happy for you.
Paul,
I
thanks.
appreciate it.
Paul, thank you
I appreciate
so
it.
much for the call. We
Thanks,
appreciate
Paul.
it. Hey, Gary DePuri, our lawyer buddy?
Of course I know Gary.
From Mystery Safe Days
Gary's
years ago?
Gary's the best, yes.
Gary just texted me, Roxanne's story was like when I depose a meth head.
Oh my gosh, Gary.
Well, you know what, Gary? If I wasn't interrupted by, some of these members of the cast in this room, I could have gotten through it a little more
Gary,
sequentially.
that's the most accurate description of these last 30 minutes. Oh my God.
And I did do a lot of math before today's show.
Fred is in Tampa. Hello, Fred. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Yeah, good morning. Just wanted to congratulate Roxanne. It was kind of out of nowhere, but now you get to look back on your life later from now and realize how miserable you were.
Oh,
I'm sorry? I thought it was married and miserable. Isn't that it? I remember hearing a comedian one time, either you're married and miserable or single and lonely. And we kind of were the in-between, so we were happy.
You've got a much better story than my marriage, but I hope it works out for you. I met a real nice young lady while I was in rehab with her. And
were you in rehab for meth by any chance?
No, I actually didn't try meth until about a year later.
Oh, okay. That's good. Oh, so I'm glad that rehab really worked for you.
Have you ever been deposed by Gary?
I've been clean for 8 years now.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
So I don't have 27 minutes to tell your story, but so things didn't work out with the young woman you met in rehab?
No, surprisingly enough, it did not.
Oh, what a shocker.
Oh, that's too bad.
So,
nice
Fred,
people.
what's the worst thing that happened with your rehab marriage?
We got in a fight over dope, and it ended up with 4 cops at the house. And the crazy thing, our 1-year anniversary was supposed to be the next day.
And just when I thought I had the craziest story of the
Can we
day.
not make this about Fred?
All right, Fred, thanks for the call.
Can this not be about Fred and his dope fiend wife? Back to Roxanne.
I'm telling you, this show is like we're on hallucinogens today. All right, Danielle is in Trinity. Danielle, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Congratulations, Roxanne.
Thank you.
I want you to be so happy. And listen, on a good day, I don't know how you put up with the 3 of them that constantly interrupt you.
Yeah, I appreciate that because I was either going to announce that I got married or that I'm quitting, and I went with the marriage.
Oh my God! It's on a good day. The constant interruptions to you. I always say it out loud, like "Stop talking," so that she can finish her story. And today, that you should be able to talk the entire show long about your day, and the 3 of them need to zip it today.
Let's do that.
It's all about you, and whatever kooky story you want to tell, it's your story.
You know
today.
what? You're absolutely right. I'm going to pull the caddy around. How about the 3 of us just go to breakfast and Roxanne can do the rest of the show?
Okay,
Let's go to Village. We'll go to Village Inn.
Yes,
my favorite.
That's a great idea.
We'll just leave Roxanne in the
Danielle,
studio.
come in studio with me. You and I can do the show.
Thank you, Danielle.
Thank you.
Kelly's in Land O'Lakes. Hello, Kelly. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Good morning. We just wanted to say congratulations to Roxanne. We are so happy for you.
Thank you so much.
Hold on. Do you have a bunch of kids in the car?
Just one.
Oh.
Aw.
Congratulations, Roxanne.
How old's your kid?
He's 5.
Oh.
We're so
Thank
happy
you.
for you.
Aw.
I text all the time, too. First-time caller, but we're super happy for you. And that's how women tell stories, guys. Like, we're into
Real.
detail. We're into... It's true.
Are you into
I think
talking
all the
about
women were-
sex robots killing the world? Like 10
No,
hours?
that's where
before-
this show format comes in and we tell jokes.
And then the need for a tourniquet on Gulf to Bay?
I mean, where CVS is closed at 3:30. I mean, it's a lot, man.
I'm telling Meredith's shaving her legs. I like that part.
Don't tell me it's not a lot, but we're all
It's a lot to digest. I know.
Kelly,
all thrilled.
Kelly and 5-year-old kid, thanks for listening. Have a great day. Laura in Largo. Hello, Laura. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, good morning. Roxanne, I just wanted to say congratulations, and I love the way that you told the story.
Thank you.
I love it.
I appreciate
it. And you guys, love you guys, but you got to let her tell her story. This is her second marriage. I've been married twice. I'm on my second marriage, and I could relate to everything that you were saying. Everything. My second marriage wasn't as bad, but I had the night before. We went out to we did have just all the family went out to dinner. And when and I've got kids too. And when we went back to get in the car, I had been driving. I couldn't understand why the car was running already because the kids were getting in it. I'm like, what's going on? I left the car running the whole time we were in the restaurant.
Oh.
But it wasn't the worst thing in the world. We still had gas in the car, and the next day we did our thing. And but I just want to say congratulations to you. And as I said, I just love the way you told the story.
Awesome. Now, just out of curiosity, so you loved Roxanne's story, all these bits and pieces. Were you waiting for Tom Petty to show up in a giant hat and giant mushrooms and a woman in a long dress? Were you waiting for that to happen in the story?
Not at all.
Okay, I was just checking. All right.
You're acting like the show isn't. I see what you're doing.
Little reference to the Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
What was that? Don't come around here no more. Was that video?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
This show is all about tendrils and going off in different directions and craziness.
I tell you. All right, Dina is in Lakeland. Dina, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hello.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Doing well.
Congratulations, Roxanne.
Thank you.
I think you did the perfect wedding. I think you did what you guys wanted to do, how you wanted to do it. Second time, I'm my husband's second wife, and I wanted to do what you did, something quick, something simple, because he was married already and figured I didn't need the big wedding. I just needed him. That's it, at the end of the day.
Exactly.
And we now we're going on 20 years married in September, and because we did it our way.
Yep.
Don't care what anybody else thinks.
I did it my way.
And these three jokes, do not listen to them at all. Like, this is your day. This is your time to shine. You did it how you did it. You're happy at the end of the day, and I couldn't be happier for you.
Dina, thanks for the phone call. Robert is in St. Pete. Robert, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Folks, if you're just tuning in, Roxanne about half an hour ago just blurted out, I got married! And then it happened on Sunday, apparently. Go ahead, Robert.
Congratulations, Roxanne.
Thank you.
Oh, this is great. You're gonna love it.
I appreciate it.
Robert, thanks for the call.
Thanks, Robert.
Don is in Tampa. Hello, Don.
Robert's thrilled, by the way.
It's like Ben Stein and Ferris Bueller's Bueller.
Okay.
Bueller.
Congratulations.
Bueller. Don, you're in Tampa. Go ahead.
Hey, just want to say congrats, and I'm sure MJ was about to blow up for not talking for 20 minutes.
I know.
Listening to that story.
Poor baby. I felt so bad.
It's the first time ever that he hadn't spoken in, the 2-minute interval. But anyways, question, if you went to Miami, why didn't you get married in Miami and wait to get married here?
Well, we that's another story, but we were ready. That's why we had the license. Do it at a drop of a hat. Yeah.
Awesome. Well,
There you
congrats.
go.
Thank you very much. Great story.
Thanks, Don.
Thank you.
All right, Rob is in Largo. Rob, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hello, Rob. Oh, wait a second. I picked up the wrong line. Rob is on 4. Rob, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, Rob.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Yes.
Roxanne, congratulations, sweetie. You're a doll and your husband's a stud, man. He's a good-looking guy.
Thank you.
And listen, I live over here off the bay, and I think I slipped on a Neosporum trail all the way to the beach.
Okay, most importantly, Rob, can you tell me why did the CVS's close in the 5 o'clock hour?
I have no clue, but between that and Walgreens prescriptions, I'm going to go nuts.
Amen, bro.
Thank you. All right, Kurt is in Tampa. Hello, Kurt. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Yes, good morning, and hello, Roxanne. You probably might recognize my voice, but we knew each other.
Yeah, from an Outback commercial.
No, definitely. I'm not Australian. I'm English.
I'm sorry.
Gosh, how are you?
Oh, wait a sec. You know this person? Who is it?
Yes, I do. We used to be neighbors, right?
We did, yeah. And then I moved back to Europe. I moved back, and then I had to come back to America during COVID, and here I reside again, unfortunately, in many ways. But yeah, I knew Roxanne for about 15 years, and we had similar circumstances before, and then had kids not together, but I had.
Paul's the father of Roxanne's 2 kids.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing!
Wow.
You guys have five kids, right?
5 kids, yeah.
5.
Yeah.
Oh my! How's everybody doing?
Yeah, well, we're back here in America, and for good or bad, here we reside. But yeah, no, they all go to their schools now, and they go to Catholic school here in Clearwater.
Oh, good.
You guys should hang out.
So wait a minute. Why do you sound like you're trapped in America, but you really want to go back to the UK?
Because it's lovely over there.
No, I lived in Poland, and I lived there for about 3 years, and we moved out of West Chase where we lived, and moved to Poland, and then when COVID all shut down, we all came back here.
I gotcha.
Yeah, no, my heart is still in Europe, so that's where I feel
Understood. Kurt, thanks for checking in.
West Chase to
Kurt, I want to
Poland.
get in touch with you guys. We got to get our kids together.
Right.
So
I'd love to.
I guess, should I put him on hold then?
Yeah, put him on hold.
All right, Andrew, grab Kurt on 5.
Sounds like a lovely idea.
There's a joke there somewhere.
All right, let me just 2 more calls. We got to move on.
How many Polish English guys does it take?
All right.
His
I'll work on it. I'll
wife
work
is
on
Polish.
it. I'll work
John's
on it.
in Pinellas Park. John, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, good morning, guys. Congratulations again, Roxanne. I'm sure you'll get a lot of those today.
I appreciate all of them.
Yeah, for sure. Real quick, because I'm kind of on the clock right now, but I just wanted to tell you my situation. Me and my lady just recently got engaged last month. We were dating about 7 or 8 years ago, and we haven't spoke in that entire length of time, and we just reconnected in February, and now we're getting married in May.
Boom.
Wow.
Boom.
Love that.
Wow.
Yes.
It's like a rom-com.
Quite an interesting scenario. No, it's not a shotgun wedding, and there's no baby on the way.
How about a sex robot?
No sex robots either.
Not yet.
But, yeah, once again, I hope everything works out for you, Roxanne. I have to go, though. You guys have a great day.
Okay, good.
Okay, goodbye.
He's-
And I
he's
hope it works
cutting
out for
us
you
off.
guys. It sounds like it will.
All right, last call on this. JC's in Tampa. JC, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hello.
Hey, Roxanne, congratulations, but you left a lot of things out. You need to continue the story. How did the photo shoot go?
Oh,
what
yeah,
kind
they-
of ring it was?
Yep.
Come on, you got more to go. There are
a lot more
So how'd all
details.
that go?
We'll see how many of the. Yeah. I've got answers to both those questions.
So
go ahead, answer.
Was there a photographer there?
I'll show you guys a picture.
So that's a yes.
Daviana.
So you're
Daviana took the
I have
picture?
the cutest picture of Daviana. taking
5-year-old with an
pictures of us.
iPhone?
No, it's adorable. Like
All right.
I'm looking through my quote wedding photos, and you see your fat little thumb over the lens in half of them.
Oh, that's
But I
great.
mean, we just with the
You called your daughter's thumb a little fat little thumb?
Yeah, because she still has those baby fingers.
Hey,
And,
JC, thanks for the call.
and, yeah. we
And
got
the ring?
We got some photos from we back to Fester's Point. We do everything backwards, so we are going ring shopping soon.
Good.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Roxanne.
So
Congratulations, Doug.
is that the end of the story?
What do you mean? Is there more to it?
Is that it? And that's the end.
This isn't the song you play at a wedding when they leave, is it?
No, that's like the ending story.
Yeah, this is them
Oh.
walking out.
It's the end,
that's
This
right.
is the walking
Yes.
out end of the story music. Yeah. Here we go.
Yay, there they go. Aren't
Look at
they
that.
lovely?
A little lovely couple.
And then
All right,
everybody goes, can you believe she married that guy? Oh my God.
let me put this thing back.
That's why we didn't want to have a big wedding. Everyone talks.
Let me
crap
put
about
this.
everything.
I got to put the show back on the rails now. All right.
Okay.
So
Roxanne, we are thrilled for you.
We are. Congratulations.
We love you. We love Doug. Congratulations, guys.
all right, now the item I was supposed to get to 31 minutes ago. This is not a good thing. We've got 3 Florida cities in the top 25 in the United States for
highest beach town divorce rates.
Top 25. Top 25. For highest rates of sexually transmitted diseases in the United States. Yep. All right. So, would you like to know which Florida cities are in the top 25?
Sure.
Is the Villages on there?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, is the Villages on there?
It's not.
Oh.
But I'm Casey Kasem. Welcome to the countdown of the 3 Florida cities with the highest rates of STDs in the USA. And we're counting it down. Coming in at number 19 is Fort Lauderdale.
Casey, you're not going to do Casey the whole countdown, are you?
No, well, I'm only doing. It's only 3 cities.
Yeah,
It's-
Casey's just doing Florida cities.
Okay.
He's not going to talk about, Paducah, Kentucky coming in at number 6.
I'll tell you what. If you would just do me a favor and shut your clam hole.
Sorry, Casey.
Okay.
Sorry, boss.
You think Casey ever said clam hole?
You know what?
He said something whole.
I heard some of the recordings of Casey, some of the B-roll. And he probably said everything.
And I got to talk about a damn dog dying. Get me Don on the phone.
Going into an up-tempo song.
And you got to come out of an up-tempo song with a damn dog dying. All right. So Fort Lauderdale is number 19. These are top 25 U.S. cities with high STD rates. Coming in at number 19 is Fort Lauderdale. Coming in at number 17 is Miami. And coming in at number 16 on the list and the highest in the state of Florida, it's Jacksonville. Yeah. Nothing in the immediate Tampa Bay area. So, yeah, we do not have anything. Nothing. No Tampa, no Clearwater, no St. Pete. So we are number. We're number.
It's like all in the teams.
Yeah. So if you go down the list, now that was top 25. If you look at the top 100, so we are in the top 100. We're not in the top 25. So Tampa is number 59 on the list.
We should be higher on the list. We should be closer to number 1.
West Palm Beach is number 83 on the list. And then coming in at number 87 is Daytona Beach. And those are all of the Florida cities on the top 100 list of the highest STD rates in the United States. But the top 25 were the ones I listed.
All right, so do you have all of the cities or just the Florida cities?
I just have Florida. Now, okay. we can.
I want to know what like the top 5 in the nation are now.
Yeah. Listen, we can go to the study if you want to open up the study.
What is it? Where'd you find it?
Yeah. Oh, stop. Just stop. I got it. Right here. So here's the study. And if you scroll down, here we go. So number 1, do you know what the number 1 city, the highest rates of STDs in the country? Number 1.
Oh my God, it gives down a breakdown of specific diseases.
Yeah, it does.
Who is it?
Number 1 with the highest rates of STDs in the USA.
Who, Casey?
I'm walking in Memphis.
So what?
Yeah.
Oh, Memphis.
Yeah. I got chlamydia in Memphis. Yeah. HIV cases, chlamydia cases, gonorrhea cases, and syphilis cases. So the way they categorize this, the rates of STDs among 100,000 people in the population.
All right, hold on a second.
Yeah.
Memphis had almost 10,000 chlamydia cases. So that means 1 out of every 10 people in Memphis?
9,681 chlamydia cases. No, out of 100,000.
Yeah, but so 1 out of every 10 people, 10,000 out of 100,000, 1 out of every 10 is walking around with chlamydia in Memphis?
Number 2 is Jackson, Mississippi. Number 3 is Columbia, South Carolina. Number 4 is Baltimore, Maryland. Philadelphia is number 5. New Orleans, number 6. Milwaukee is number 7. Little Rock, Arkansas, number 8. Number 9 is Washington, D.C. And number 10 is Norfolk, Virginia.
Wow, a lot of cities in the South.
And I'm thinking they could probably correct some of this stuff if they would say the mispronunciation for Norfolk, because some people say no.
Funny.
I think you got it.
I got it.
I didn't get it.
So there you go. All right, now we got to get back into the Southwest Airlines Maniac passenger. We did this about 2 hours ago. We talked about this at 6:20 this morning. I said we got to bring this back up. This is a passenger, a man on an Orlando-bound Southwest Airlines flight. This video hit the internets a couple of days ago on Tuesday. And then it really started getting traction yesterday, and here we are today. So this dude is on a Southwest flight, and he is screaming about a baby that's been screaming for almost the whole flight. And this guy is going ballistic because of a crying toddler. The flight attendants have to intervene. Other passengers to tell this guy to shut up. Then, when the flight finally landed in Orlando, the police were waiting for him. And there's even a picture of him being talked to by the police outside of the gate in the gate area in Orlando. Here, so the guy's angry because a baby was crying on the flight.
That child has been crying for 40 minutes. Lower that, and you can't put your finger in my face like that.
Oh, by the way, there are lots of F-bombs that had to be bleeped out. So you can hear him screaming, this baby's been crying for over 40 minutes. Now, a passenger, a male, took the video. He was shooting backwards behind him. So you can see the male that took...
He's the star of the video.
Yeah, he's got the video on the front-facing camera, so it's like the selfie pic. So every once in a while, you see him, he tilts the camera to himself, and he's like laughing while this whole thing is going on. Hey, Andrew, did we post the video up on mjmorningshow.com? I thought we would have done that at 6:20 this morning, but, well, I guess not. All right, so let's go ahead and put that video up. We'll put the video up on mjmorningshow.com in videos mentioned. All right, it continues. Listen.
Calm the child down, please. I had headphones on. I was sleeping. Why is the baby yelling? I'm not screaming.
I had headphones on. I was sleeping. And did he just say, why is the baby yelling?
It's a baby,
It's
dude.
a baby.
This guy's a real jerk.
All right, here it goes. There's more.
You want me to scream? You want me to scream? Don't scream. Please stop the baby. Please. Bro.
Now he's like, please stop the baby from crying. You can hear another passenger who's like, bro. He's trying to intervene, telling this guy just to calm down.
That child was a black baby. What the would be happening right now?
All right, did you hear that? He said...
what does that mean?
I don't know what that means. So the passenger is a black male, and he just said, what if the baby was a black baby? What would be happening now? What? They would open up a door and throw the baby out at 30,000 feet? Come on. There's no difference whether it was a white baby crying, a Latino baby crying, or a black baby crying. But he's trying to turn this into a race thing? That would have been different if the black baby would have been crying versus a white baby?
What if it were an Eskimo baby? Any difference?
Would have been swaddled up in a polar bear skin.
Right.
Yes. All right, here we go.
I know you're not going there. You're not going there.
So then the flight attendant apparently said, we're not going there. And then you heard him say, you're not going there. I mean, this guy is out of control. Here, it gets worse.
We're not in Florida yet.
Well, technically you were in Florida airspace because the flight was headed to Orlando. I guess there was some delay or weather, so they were actually circling for a while near West Palm before they were brought into Orlando.
Wow.
Okay? And there were, obviously, every bleep you hear was an F-bomb that had to be bleeped out.
You can't do what the you feel like.
We're not gonna...
I was asleep the whole time. You haven't served me anything. No.
I try to keep my calm, but if I wasn't on this plane, I
Because there's a child crying.
What would she do?
Some
honestly?
lady's like, I'm trying to keep my calm, but if I wasn't on this plane, what would you, like, bash the guy's head with,
what would you do?
with a brick? What,
I'd kill him.
I'd throw a javelin right in your heart, sir.
hang on, it continues.
On the flight, non-stop. Okay. That's what's happening. Can you lower that voice? No, that's not. No. Let's be rational. Hold on. You want to be rational? No.
So this guy's asking another passenger, you want to be rational? Really? After this guy's rant, asking another passenger if you want to be rational?
I'll tell you what let's be rational. We are in a tin can with a baby in a damn echo chamber.
He says, we're in a tin can with a baby in an echo chamber.
He's right.
This guy needs to fly private.
You know what? Yeah.
You know what?
What's that company where you could like lease a part of a jet?
NetJets.
Yeah, he needs a NetJet it.
Hey, by the way, NetJets, why don't you have your pilots cut the crap and stop with all the one right landing requests?
Yeah. Wait, what?
At the KTPA. How about that, NetJets?
Yeah.
You want to talk to me about being Okay?
Okay, because you're yelling.
So is the baby!
Okay, so you're a man.
Did that
You're a
pay
man.
extra to yell?
Okay.
No.
So,
Shut up! You and shut up!
He's like, bleep you and shut up. That's to the male Southwest flight attendant here.
You start with me now. I don't give a f***. You were sitting there watching that baby cry for 45 minutes.
You hear this? You're sitting there for bleeping 45 minutes watching the bleeping baby cry? There are like 25 F-bombs in this thing.
Nothing to do with nothing. Lower your voice. Lower that baby's voice.
What was the last thing?
Lower the baby's voice.
And then someone just called him an a-hole.
Wow.
I mean, I think you missed that a-hole bleep. I think Andrew was so hung up on the F-bombs, he missed the a-hole bomb there.
We all, Froggy and I both listened to it as well. We were so focused on the big word that we let that one get by too.
okay. It's all good. We'll have. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
I'm tripping.
Then that's it. I'm tripping.
Did he say I'm tripping or I'm triggered?
I don't know. I think he said I'm tripping.
Both.
So there you have it. The guy was met by Orlando police at the Orlando airport. It was a Southwest flight. I didn't see where he was coming from, though.
Was that his wife next to him?
I don't think so. I think that was another passenger.
So there was a photo, and they said it was his wife. I don't know if they know this for sure, but she had her hand over her eyes.
Yeah.
She's just
I
horrified.
have a feeling that's not the first time that happened.
Horrified by this guy.
I've been on a plane. I'm sure all of us have been on a plane with crying babies. You just deal with it. That's it.
You feel like just sick for the baby because the baby's upset.
I turn
if
on
you're
a sound
compassionate
machine.
person, yeah, and then the parents you feel awful for too because they're embarrassed doing everything they can.
I like it when the parents hand out bags of candy to the people around.
Yeah.
They're like, this might be a rough flight.
Or
Here's
buy
some
drinks for
candy.
everybody.
Give me gift cards to TGI Fridays. That's what you need to do. All right, so there it is. Meltdown on a plane. Guy going nuts. The guy hasn't been identified as of yet, or at least...
Oh, he will.
He's a baby hater.
I mean, the guy, it's crystal clear. Someone's got to be able to identify who that dude is.
How many people, how would this end if the first thing you say to this guy is, sir, I know this is stressful. You're about to be internet famous and your life is going to change forever.
Not probably in a good way.
I mean, just shut up. Yeah, I see a couple of still images off of the internet where they're saying this is his wife and she is just over it.
I don't know if it's the wife. But anyway, the video...
No, look, there she is standing next to him when she's talking to police.
All right, so maybe it is.
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Orlando airport police officers.
Maybe it is the wife then.
How embarrassing.
The video is up, mjmorningshow.com. Just go to videos mentioned on the MJ Morning Show, mjmorningshow.com, as this guy just loses his flippin' mind.
Was he arrested? They just let him go?
I did not see where he was arrested because he didn't threaten anything. He's just yelling. But, if you don't adhere to the commands of a flight attendant, well, that could be a federal violation. So, what a mess. Hey, speaking of a mess, Michelle wanted me to bring this up. You know what? Hang on, let me get Michelle on the line. What is this, Thursday morning? Yeah, Michelle should be available if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if she was listening earlier because...
Does she know the big news?
I don't know. I figured she would have called in if she knew the big news. I'm trying to think, what's today? Today's...
Wait.
Blah, blah. Why is she not picking up?
Today's Friday.
Today's
Thursday,
Thursday 4/20, Froggy.
Oh, it is Thursday.
Yes. Does you have workout today?
No. Today's my workout day. I'm Monday, Thursday. She does Tuesday, Friday.
Is she working out today? Is she do doesn't she walk around the neighborhood? Doesn't she do volunteer work? Doesn't she do arts and crafts?
Hey, where are you? I just tried the house phone.
Yeah, it only rings 3 times, so if I'm not,
right.
right on top of that side of the bed.
All right.
Michelle, did you hear the big news?
Wait. Guys, I got to interrupt. For a second. I have another announcement to make.
What's that?
I'm so sorry, MJ, but I told Michelle. I told your wife before today.
When did you tell Michelle?
Yeah, and so I don't want to create any...
Michelle didn't tell him.
Hold on, you didn't, Michelle.
Oh my
you
God.
didn't tell me that Roxanne got married?
No.
She's a good secret keeper.
When
here's
did
the
you
thing.
tell her this?
I can't remember what day it was, but regardless, I had a phone conversation with her, and I was just like, can MJ keep a secret? You know, because I feel terrible because I have so many people I'm close to that I haven't had a chance to tell yet.
Wait a minute,
out of town.
wait a minute. You wanted to tell me earlier, so you called Michelle.
Right.
Hold on. You told Michelle, and then you asked Michelle, "Can I keep a secret?"
Yes, exactly. I'm like Michelle. I want to tell him this because we're friends.
What's going
in real
on
life.
here today?
And
you know the answer to that question. You know he doesn't keep secrets.
I know, but Michelle's my friend too, and I wanted to tell her, and I know that she obviously can keep a secret.
Michelle can keep secrets. MJ can't.
So, Michelle, what did you say when Roxanne said, "Can MJ keep a secret"?
Nope, not a chance.
That's right. That's the right answer.
Do not tell him until you want it known on the air.
That's right.
Yep.
And I told her how many times I used to come in the house, and I would say to you, like, I got something to tell you, and you would say to me, don't tell me if I can't say it on the air. And I'd say, okay, then I'll have to go upstairs and, you know.
So you've been lying to your
avoid you
husband
for a few days.
It's good.
It's unbelievable.
I'm not lying.
Lying by deceit.
Listen,
deceit by omission.
Deceit by omission. Yes, that's what I meant.
Deceit by omission.
It would be like gossipy other stuff that I just didn't want you broadcasting on the air.
Yeah.
The rule of MJ is you don't tell him if you don't want to talk about it on the radio.
Hey, Michelle, can you? I'm going to call back on the go to the house phone. It's just a better quality. So I'm going to hang up now.
On top of it.
All right, now she's on top of it. Hey, just hung up. And now I want you to hear the quality difference with a landline.
Oh, thank God, please.
Yeah.
This is going to be awesome.
Landline, baby, right here.
Hello.
Oh, wow.
Dude, that's like the Wizard of Oz going from black and white to color. All right? Yes, it's 100% better. All right. Now, we have a little bone to pick with Froggy. I think Froggy recommended we watch a movie, and this is a couple of months ago, and we finally watched the movie on Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
What movie was it?
Froggy, was awful.
What was it?
Don't you ever recommend a movie again.
What was it?
I don't even want to hear a title of a movie come out of your mouth.
I like to recommend bad movies to you guys as a joke.
It was The Platform.
You watched The Platform.
We watched The Platform.
I told you it was good.
We watched The Platform on Netflix, and it's some nondescript prison with 300 levels and like 2 people to a cell. So it's it's a huge tower, or it goes way underground. There are 300 levels in the prison, and there is a floating table that moves from level to level.
It's a platform.
It's
Froggy.
So the movie is called The Platform. There's a platform because there's this big rectangular
platform
hole. Listen to me. There's a rectangular hole in the middle of the cell.
So the
platform goes from the very top all the way to the bottom. The story is that the prisoners in this prison, they get to eat when the platform comes to their level. So they have apparently an incredible staff of chefs. They prepare gourmet food, and they put the food on the platform. And it's like this amazing array. It's a feast. Every day there's a food feast.
And if you're at the top of the jail.
It starts at the top. And then it only stays for a certain amount of time.
It's like 3 minutes, isn't it?
It only stays for like a couple of minutes at each level.
You gorge yourself.
And then you have to gorge, and then it drops to the next level.
Oh, come on, doesn't this sound awesome?
And then as it goes down, the food is picked over, or when it gets to the bottom, there's nothing less. There's like broken glass. That's all that's left on the platform.
How do you move up the platform?
Well,
they randomly do it.
Apparently, they randomly move you around and they knock you out with knockout gas, and then they move you.
How outrageous is this?
They move you to different levels randomly. So sometimes you have the pick of the litter. You're at the very top, and sometimes you're in the middle, at the bottom.
You're talking about it like you really liked it.
All right. Now there are so many things. It's just inexplicable. Michelle, why don't you start?
First of all, why are the people even there? Second of all, how's that table floating up and down?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. There's no explanation
That's what you were
on how
wondering?
this big huge slab is what, being suspended?
Brilliant architecture.
Oh, come on.
Magnets, obviously.
Come on, and then they start eating. Didn't they eat each other?
What do you think? It's maglev technology?
Have you ever heard of levitation?
And then, like, the one guy falls, and, it's great. And
It's
the
on-
old guy.
It's on Netflix.
Let me recommend that movie to everybody.
It's called The Platform. Don't watch it.
You didn't like it?
No.
All right, so it's like 79% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's good.
A 7 out of 10 on IMDb.com.
But it's got good ratings.
Come on.
What didn't you like? Because you had to read during it? Oh, I'm so sorry, baby.
It is subtitled.
Oh, the worst. I'll never watch it.
It's in Spanish, right? I think it's I think it's a Spanish.
Can I opt to get it in English?
It's a
Yeah, you can dub it over.
It's a movie from España, from
But
Spain.
I hate overdubbed movies. They suck.
Whatever.
All right, Michelle. Anything else? Any other complaints?
Not so far today.
I did watch Waco by Fester's recommendation, and that is insane.
Yes. If you have not, MJ.
How many episodes is the Waco?
It's 3 episodes. Each one are about an hour.
I didn't know about it. It's
is-
really in depth.
It is nuts. I mean, David Koresh was nuts, and he was a psychopath.
Oh, you
And
think?
No, I'm just putting that out there. Our government.
Thanks for the analysis.
Listen, I don't want to sound like I'm a Koresh sympathizer.
Yeah, we botched a couple of things.
We botched
kinds of
everything. Everything.
Did they get into the Janet Reno dance party?
You know what?
Hey, let's dance.
The FBI lied to Janet Reno so much. It kept so much information from her. You got to watch it. Give me the truth. I'll body slam you.
We might put that on the list for this weekend.
Yeah, it's
But
3
Froggy,
hours.
Your band.
Oh,
Do not-
whatever.
do
Just
not
'cause-
even utter like a title of a movie or a show or anything.
Just because you don't have the creative mind to handle a movie like that.
Okay, thanks.
Yes.
Yeah,
All right. I
that's-
don't understand
Yes,
it.
when
You
I
don't
think of
get
somebody
it.
who doesn't have a big mind that can't process basic information, I think of Michelle. Yes.
Hey, Michelle.
You say that about Michelle?
Hey, Michelle, quickly before I let you go.
Go.
Hey, Michelle, before I let you go, did your phone make the beep noise at 4:46 this morning with the emergency alert test on our cell phones?
No, because I had the sound down.
Yeah, so mine didn't make the noise either, but we're hearing that some people that even if their phones were on silent or vibrate, that their phones made the noise. So here's the deal. It appears like almost everyone in the Tampa Bay area with a cell phone got the emergency alert test at 4:46 this morning, and my phone did not make a noise. When my alarm went off just a few minutes later, it was 4:45. Emergency alert, extreme. This is a test of the emergency alert system. No action is required. That's what it said this morning. And, April 20th, man, April 19th, April 20th. Those are some weird anniversary dates. Like Waco's anniversary was yesterday. Oklahoma City bombing's anniversary was yesterday, right? Was Columbine today?
Columbine was on a 420.
Hitler's birthday is today. So these two dates, April 19th and 20th, are for some sickos, they're event days. So I always, I kind of keep my head on a swivel.
On high alert.
On high alert for like April 19th and 20th. So
21st, we could all take a deep breath.
Dude, back to Waco. They show Timothy McVeigh hanging out outside of the Mount Carmel house.
Are you serious?
Yes. I mean,
Oh, my
everything
God.
ties together.
Yeah, Oklahoma City bombing. That was Timothy McVeigh.
Yes.
Anyway, so Michelle, did you see the alert on your phone, though, this morning?
I saw it when I woke up, but
Yeah.
you know what? My sound was down because you yelled at me last week when we got a kidnap alert. It's
Yeah.
like,
What if you guys have a real emergency?
So again, and we brought this up first thing this morning, and then last weekend, it was like Saturday morning.
Yeah.
We're fast asleep. It was like 3:30 in the morning, and all of a sudden, Michelle's phone is going, beep, and it was a kidnap alert from Miami-Dade County.
Ugh.
And I'm sorry, I feel bad for the kidnapped kid, but I don't think we need an alert in Hillsborough County or the Tampa Bay area from Miami-Dade. They got to figure that out, man. They got to kind of geographically compartmentalize. They got to figure that stuff out.
They've
I
got
shut the sound off because you yelled at me. So
They've got
All right.
one button and they just launch it to the whole state. You could be up in the panhandle, you find out about
Hey,
Miami-Dade.
and Michelle, I'd like you and Roxanne to have a conversation quickly. Let's pick up on something we talked about yesterday, and that's Rachel McAdams' hairy armpits.
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh, my
like 'em.
gosh.
You know what? I think I like hairy armpits on girls.
oh my, you what? You like that awful movie?
You can
Would you stop
braid
bringing up the
them.
movie? I think it looks kind of hot on her.
You can braid them. You can
I wanna
twirl
lick
your
'em.
fingers in them.
So, Michelle,
Disgusting.
what are your thoughts? Can I twirl my fingers in your armpit hair?
You know how I sit here and twirl my hair?
I want to run
could-
my fingers through your hair. Oh, gee, your hair smells terrific. In your armpits.
MJ, you know how you always give me a hard time
Yeah.
about sitting here twirling my hair?
Yes.
And I could just be sitting here going like this, twirling,
Oh,
twirling
my God.
twirling my
Hey,
arm.
Andrew, did you select Roxanne's camera? Did you get it?
Are you there, Rachel?
I hope so. I'm sorry.
What-
this
what's
is
happening?
this is the YouTube.
What are you playing?
I just opened a window.
Right.
This is on glamour.com. This is a YouTube piece of the whole. What was it? Was
Of
it Busty magazine?
Is this the interview that she did?
It's a 3-minute piece
Yeah,
with Rachel McAdams, and it. I don't know.
Yeah, Rachel McAdams. She did an interview with
Busty magazine.
No, I don't think it was Busty magazine. It was
Harry.
No,
Bustle.
Bustle.
Was it
Bustle.
Bustle
I knew it
magazine?
had something to do with a bust.
Hold on, you're confusing Bustle with Busty.
Am I that far off?
No, they're pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, really. Come
When
on.
when I look at it, I just think bust.
Busty magazine.
Yeah.
Here's Rachel McAdams with like her pit hairs.
Man, I mean, it is some serious pit hair that she's got going
You know
on
what
there.
I think it comes back to when we had a French exchange student when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And she lived in our house, and she used to lay out by the pool, and her armpit hairs were just like Weird Al in a headlock.
Like dreadlocks?
Yes.
Oh, my
So you asked Kim to grow out her arm hair?
Oh, they're grown. They're grown.
Yeah, they had to talk about how to spice things up recently, and he's like, "Hey Kim, can you grow it out?"
Grow out your pit hair.
All right, Michelle. So your thoughts on Rachel? You're not a fan of female pit hair, correct?
No, I mean, look, everybody can do what they want, but it's not for me.
All right. Well, there you have it. Last word from Michelle. All right, sweetie. Talk to you later.
All right, hurry home.
Bye, sweetie.
All right. Hurry! I got to work out first.
Yeah.
I've got X Force. I got my my big workout at X Force.
Work out and then work it out.
Whoa.
Work out, then work it out.
Somebody just got married.
Did you consummate again that Sunday night?
No, so it's not official.
All right, folks, if you missed it, about an hour ago, Roxanne blurted out. I was doing other crap on the show, and Roxanne just blurts out, just does a total takeover of the show, and Roxanne blurts out, "I got married!" And Roxanne got married on Sunday.
I did.
Yep. So there you have it. All right, we have an update on the Netflix password crackdown. What is the over-under on, is anyone else going to get shot on the Alec Baldwin movie set because they're about to resume production again on that? How are they still going to make that movie?
I can't believe
I don't understand that.
Are we going to go see it when it's in theaters?
Yes.
Ooh, Rust is out.
Then we've got to delve into the fridge. I'll explain. We got a weird breastfeeding story coming up. All right, we just have a lot of stuff. And in fact, there's a whole new list of dating slang with all of the dating apps and everything. There's an interesting list of slang. So hold on. We're going to get into another long chunk of the MJ Morning Show next, right here on Q105. Oh, also, don't forget, 10 o'clock this morning, we'll give you another cash word. That happens at 10. And then the big announcement, massive announcement from the MJ Morning Show. I will make the initial announcement next week, and I will, by tomorrow, I'll give you a date and a time on when the massive announcement is coming. So stand by, ladies and gentlemen. And let me tell you what else you need to stand by for. You need to stand by for International... baby. All right, 8:57 at the MJ Morning Show. MJ and the crew. Fester, married. Froggy, married. Me, MJ, married. And now we found out this morning through a blurt at 7:35 that Roxanne got married on Sunday.
True.
Yep.
It's a big day. Very
we all
big
have
day.
something in common now.
Folks,
We're all
if you missed the show, you got to go back and listen to the podcast. You got to go back and watch MJTV or go listen to the podcast. Again, MJTV, just go to mjmorningshow.com. You can watch us live from 6 to 10 every morning, or you can go back and watch anything. And all our shows are archived. You can watch a show from last week if you want.
Last year if you want.
Exactly. MJTV, they're all posted. Go to mjmorningshow.com and click on MJTV at the top of the page. And then, of course, we're podcasts. We're on every platform. If you just search for MJ Morning Show on Q105, and you'll get today's podcast, and it's typically posted by 11 a.m. In fact, Andrew's working on it right now. So typically by 11 a.m., the entire show is in podcast form. Now, I just got a text from a buddy of mine named Ari. We've talked about Ari before. Ari used to be a big manager at Disney.
Oh, yeah, Ari.
When the kids were little, Ari used to meet me at the front gate. And
Ari!
I used to get the private tour through Disney.
Oh, the backstage tour, the underground tour.
Well, it was like you go in the back door to get all the rides, and man, it was just, those were the days, baby.
He doesn't work there anymore, does he?
Nope.
Great.
He's in the consulting business now. But Ari just sent me a text from the Florida Division of Emergency Management. They're apologizing for the emergency test at 4:45 this morning. Yeah, I'm looking at a tweet. We know a 4:45 a.m. wake-up call isn't ideal. Yeah. So this is from the Florida Division of Emergency Management with a gray certified check. We know a 4:45 a.m. wake-up call isn't ideal. At FL CERT, S-E-R-T, wants to apologize for the early morning text. Each month, we test emergency alerts on a variety of platforms. This alert was supposed to be on TV and not disturb anyone already sleeping. Oh. Wait a minute. So the emergency folks made a mistake testing their emergency system, and it was supposed to be a TV alert, and only if you were watching TV at 4:45 this morning, and instead it blasted on every cell phone across the area.
MJ, it's probably just a click of a computer icon, whether it's TV, radio.
That's probably what it is, just an icon.
You got to check the boxes.
Yeah, check the box.
Yeah.
And, so
that's probably,
Yeah, it probably is.
So, again, my phone, our phones were on vibrate. So Michelle's phone and my phone, ours didn't make a noise, but other people.
So how does your alarm go off?
But the alarm overrides everything. So I don't have an alarm issue. I'm on silent or I'm on vibrate, but my alarm still goes off. It gets by any silence. So that's the way my phone's set up now. But we have people that said that their phones were also on silent, and it still made a noise, and the phone woke them up with the emergency alert this morning.
In settings, you can have your alerts break through silent because you'd want to know.
So Fester has his phone set that if his kids are kidnapped, he doesn't want to hear about it.
I would know by the time they send out that Amber Alert that my two are missing. One of my two. Listen, if somebody's missing 10 counties away, there's not much I'm going to do to help you.
Yesterday, we did a story on the MJ Morning Show about plants on your desk at work. So we did a story that if you have a plant on your desk, it will lower stress and improve concentration.
All right. That's stupid. Like, how is that possible?
So
plants are so dumb.
I said to Fester, go to some lawn and garden center and just why don't you get little desk plants for all of us so we can.
I want a cactus
because we need to concentrate better on the MJ Morning Show. Like this morning, with Roxanne's story about getting married.
I could have used a plant.
I could have used a plant. I could have used a cocaine plant.
Yeah, some cocoa beans just to follow along. Wow. Yeah, follow the bouncing ball.
That's a really funny joke.
Now,
follow the bouncing 8 ball.
All right, now I could use the poppy plants.
Yes.
All right, so send me to Afghanistan. All right, here's the deal. A dude just dropped off a whole bunch of plants for us. Hang on, it's back here.
Okay, so we have a whole. Oh wow, we have a whole box of plants.
We do. I'm going to the back of the room.
Those are beautiful.
I'm bringing this.
Aw.
I'm showing the plants now on MJTV, and a listener brought us plants.
Those are beautiful plants.
And there's a note, and it says, "These plants are poison." Oh my God! No, I'm kidding. That's not what the note says. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right. No. The note.
Call your loved ones now. You'll be dead in 15 minutes.
The note says, "These are desk plants from Jungle Gems.
Oh, nice.
They are for MJ, Fester, Froggy, and Meredith." What? I swear. No. Then it says, "Oh, sorry. I mean Roxanne."
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. He wrote this out.
He did. It's on the note. He did.
It's a attempted humor jungle.
Oh.
They are air plants from Central and South America. Only keep water in cup of plant, not in the dirt. Any questions, call Marty at, then his phone number's on here. Thank you, Marty.
Wow. I
So,
feel relaxed
Where
already.
is Jungle Gym located?
No, Jungle Gems.
Gems. Okay.
Jungle Gem, GEM. Jungle Gems is, I guess, his place.
Okay.
All right,
What
now,
kind of,
these are nice. Hang on a minute. Let me.
so where do we put them? Just in front of us?
Yeah, look at this. These are nice potted plants. We got to get little,
those little bases.
Yeah, he didn't include like a plastic cup to go underneath. So we need to get those. But these are nice. We've got 4 plants.
Oh, dude, look at this. Jungle Gems in St. Petersburg.
Yeah, look at that. Where are they located?
The Central Avenue.
That says Jenny's Nursery.
Nope.
That's not the
Jungle Gems.
Yeah.
St. Pete. Jungle Gems, St. Petersburg. You go to their Facebook page.
I don't know if it has an address on there. Anyway, hey, thank you. I really appreciate it. It's very lovely to drop these plants off.
Let's put them and hand them out so we can put them and see if we feel relaxed.
I feel like I've got better concentration already because of this plant right in front of me.
Yeah. Roll it up for me, Frog. Oh, it's not that plant.
Here.
It is 420 today. Oh my God.
What the hell? Oh my. Andrew, did you get that? No? Oh my God.
I tripped. Oh my God.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, no.
Are you kidding? Froggy just. That was on purpose.
I tripped.
Froggy just tripped with the plants. They all went flying and smashed on the floor.
Oh my God.
What is wrong with you? Oh, now
I tripped.
Now the whole MJTV thing's falling over.
All right, hold on. I tried to move
What?
the camera.
Are you kidding me?
If you watch it back, did we get that?
No, he didn't get it.
I was going
He didn't know you were going to trip.
Either did I.
Oh, yeah, right, sure. You got to be kidding me. All right,
One survived.
All right, I'll take that one.
Here.
Thank you.
Sorry, MJ. I really didn't.
lift up.
Hold on. You got to clean this up.
Hey, get the American flag off the floor also. Oh, my. You gotta,
Fix that first. Fix the
you
flag.
got to be kidding me.
Fix the flag.
All right, hang on a minute. Look, this is insane.
Oh my! I'm so sorry.
So we got the plants on the floor. All the terracotta pots are all smashed.
Okay, we can salvage the plants.
They're all
and
broken.
Probably glue the pots.
I feel like a
Ooh.
buffoon.
Where's the guy? Can he bring by more pots?
You're an idiot, Froggy.
It was a total.
Let me get back to the microphone over. Oh my!
I cannot believe it. I feel like a.
Hang on. He left his phone number.
I feel like a complete idiot.
Let's call him up.
The room smells very earthy now.
It smells like dirt. The room smells like dirt.
I can't believe it. I think is there a banana peel down here? I slipped on something.
I'm calling up Marty right now.
It's mud, Froggy. Look.
Hey, Andrew, pick up Hot One.
The guy just watered him.
Tell Marty it's the MJ Morning Show, and we've got to talk to him live right now.
It's caked on mud everywhere.
Right. You got to be kidding me. Dude, you got to clean this up. Marty, is that Marty?
Don't we have people?
Marty.
Marty.
Yes, that's the funniest skit I've ever heard.
It wasn't a skit, Marty. It was an accident.
Marty, the plant. I'm going to post the pictures. The plant.
Marty
was almost funny as Meredith being Roxanne.
Marty, 3 of the terracotta pots are shattered. 1 survived. Marty, the plants are okay. Can you bring 3 terracotta pots to the studio?
And the broom. And some more
Marty,
soil.
how quickly can you be here with 3 new terracotta pots?
Oh, I can't. I'm at the nursery working.
Where's the nursery located, Marty?
I'm a wholesale nursery. I supply the retailers.
Okay.
All right. So where are you located? Can we come to you and get new terracotta pots?
I'm in St. Pete.
Well, so are we.
The terracotta pots came from Home Depot.
Yeah,
all right.
He's a wholesaler. He doesn't sell terracotta.
All right, so we can go get the terracotta pots at Home Depot.
Jeez.
Yeah, but don't worry about it. Those plants are air plants. They don't need to be in the soil.
Oh, they're just floating around the studio right now.
Yeah, they're on the studio floor right now.
The plants are great. I feel so.
Let's just leave them there.
Marty, thank you.
That's hilarious.
Sorry, Marty.
Dude, he just you remember the old Sesame Street where the baker?
That's what I felt like.
Remember? And 10 chocolate cream pies. And then the guy falls down the stairs. I mean, that's what Froggy just did with and 4 smashed airplanes.
So sorry, Marty.
And that's the song of 4. Hey, Fessa, go to you. Thank you, Marty. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for the plants, man.
Have a good one.
Give me a childhood throwback. Go to YouTube. Hurry up.
All right.
Hurry, go to YouTube.
YouTube.
Dude, you type
shut
like.
up. Click the link. There we go. YouTube.
Okay.
There we go.
Now type in Sesame Street. Sesame Street. And then do Song of 4.
Song
of 4.
4.
All right, 4, 4, 4. All right, now go ahead and play that. You got right there. Sesame Street. No, that's not it. That's not the right one.
The number 4 song. No, that's not it. Okay.
Yeah, I'll find it. I need the number 4
root beer
song.
floats.
Yeah, 4. There we go. Here it is. This is what I want to hear.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2, 3, 4, 4 plants.
4 dolls. 1, 2, 3, 4.
4 balloons.
Man, I loved this stuff when I was a kid.
1, 2, 3, 4.
4 fish.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 wind up toys.
No. 4 plants that Froggy smashed on the floor.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4.
I got to see the baker. Come on, the baker's coming.
1, 2, 3,
All right, here we go. Come on.
4 root beer floats.
That's why we need 4 cameras in here, all set on.
Yeah, we need 4 brooms now to clean this crap up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude,
I just can't get over how I slipped.
you're a 4-on.
Hey, I think there's some water down here. I think I hurt my back. Now I think I have a lawsuit.
It's unbelievable.
Dude, if you file a workman's comp complaint because you dropped flowers, man.
All right, let me
brilliant.
I think Marty was entertained though. We smashed his plants on the ground, and
That was a great skit.
And that's the funniest skit I've ever heard.
You know what? That's the next segment. Just drop stuff off to the studio, and Froggy will drop it.
I'm just so glad we missed it.
Froggy will smash stuff on the floor. All right, so let me put this show has been one giant Norfolk and Southern derailment today.
MJ, there's
never
mulch.
know what'll happen.
Yeah.
There's mulch everywhere from the top of the plants.
All right, now I mentioned Netflix. Remember, we had 2 Netflix stories. Number 1, Netflix was canceling the DVD mailings.
Right.
There are apparently 4 people left in the country that get.
Dude, I got messages yesterday from people who work in the post office, and it's very big amongst the elderly.
Gotcha. Lots of DVDs.
Yeah.
All right, so Netflix is stopping the actual shipment of DVDs come September. Last movie is going to ship out I wonder, the first movie Netflix ever shipped out in 2008, I think, or 2007, 2000.
I thought it was earlier than that.
The first movie they ever shipped out was Beetlejuice. You know what would be funny? If the last movie they ever ship out is
Beetlejuice?
No, some porno movie.
that would be funny.
No. Beetlejuice, absolutely. All right, so there's an update because the other story about Netflix was that Netflix was getting ready this month to start cracking down on password sharing because they want to stop the pilferage, and because there's a lot of password sharing in the streaming world. Well, guess what? Netflix is delaying the account sharing crackdown because there apparently has been this massive cancel pushback. Yeah, Netflix decided to push back its crackdown on account sharing in the U.S. after a test run of the initiative in other countries resulted in a cancel reaction. Yeah, so
They didn't know this yesterday?
I mean, why am I suddenly getting a story on this now after?
They're going to announce they're going to do it, and then the next day they're going to say, we're going to back it up.
Exactly. The streaming giant, blah, 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 said paid subscriptions plunge after it rolled out stricter rules in markets that included Canada and Spain, according to a letter sent to shareholders. The company said it would delay the wider launch of account sharing in the U.S. from the first quarter to the second, which would shift some membership growth and revenue benefit. So wait a minute. But this is the second quarter now. But the story that came out yesterday was Netflix was delaying this. Who the hell knows? Anyway, hey, what's the over-under on Alec Baldwin shooting somebody else as they relaunch the... Should we really say shooting a movie? I mean...
Filming.
Oh, you're right.
Can't with him.
It just doesn't sound
it's
right anymore.
It's a movie shoot. Yeah, it was a movie shoot. Alec Baldwin shot the director of photography. Jeez, unbelievable. So they're going to resume? So they're out of New Mexico. They're going to start filming, apparently, today at the Yellowstone Film Ranch in Montana. Is that where they shoot Yellowstone? Which I've never seen Yellowstone. I haven't seen it yet. It's on the list.
Have you ever seen a Yellowstone?
I've been to Yellowstone.
So I'm looking for one.
I've been, we rode, Michelle and I each had a snowmobile, or a snow machine, as they say up in Alaska. We were on a snowmobile from the south entrance of Yellowstone, just outside of Jackson Hole, Wyoming. We drove a snowmobile 93 miles round trip. That was a hell of a day.
Dude, your ass must have been numb.
We drove, seriously,
Yeah.
Michelle and I, we drove from the south entrance of Yellowstone all the way to Old Faithful and back. It was a 93-mile round trip on a snowmobile. It was fantastic. I loved every minute of it. Loving every minute of it. What song was that? Who did that? Was that Loverboy? Loving every minute of it. What song was that?
That's the title.
Yeah, I know, but who sang that? Loving every minute of it. Who did that? Yeah, Fester's got it. Yeah, it was Loverboy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Loverboy. I don't know if is that in the library here at Q105? I don't think so. So Alec Baldwin, they resume shooting today. Hopefully it's not shooting a person today, though.
Oh, man.
And it's just shooting a movie. Yeah.
Aren't these places insured? Can they just take a loss? Do we really need this movie?
I need to make my movie.
No. I'm an artist.
No.
What, you don't agree with me?
Yeah. Hey, Alec, I got a couple of questions for you. Alec, is anyone going to get shot on the set as you restart the movie shooting?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's a good question.
What about your wife? Has your wife stopped with the phony Spanish accent?
No.
Sí.
Anyone have any questions for Alec? Yes, Andrew.
Will this be a theatrical release, or is this going to go straight to streaming? No.
That wasn't.
Alec, well, you can't. Alec didn't even answer it.
All right, so
Well, all he can answer is no. It's got to be a negative or an affirmative.
Will it ever get released?
It's got to be. We don't have him going yes. But we do have his wife going see. Right.
see,
Alec,
Yeah.
what was it like being in Glengarry Glen Ross?
That doesn't work.
it's yes or no question. And the answer's always no.
No.
Oh, I get it. You try, Fester.
Yes, Andrew.
Okay, will this ever get released? No.
There we go.
I'll try one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alex, what's it like?
No,
being,
it's not Alex.
Whatever. Alec, what's it like being father to so many children?
No.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, it doesn't work.
No, guys, it's like, Alec, did you poop your bed last night?
No.
See, that's how it goes.
Did you actually have sex with Ilaria to produce all these kids?
No.
There you go. See.
What was it like working with Meryl Streep?
You can't ask that.
I don't understand how the game works.
So, Alec, I loved you in Hunt for Red October. Tell me about Sir Sean Connery.
No.
Anyway, all right. So, Rust starts shooting again in Montana today.
Is it the woman who got killed's husband, like an executive producer on it now?
I saw that
or something
as part of the settlement, but I thought. But
is he there calling the shots? Hey, listen.
But I thought there was like a settlement deal, but then he's suing now, so I don't know what the status is there.
So
interesting.
Any money this movie somehow manages to make, they should give to this guy.
The father and the kid of the deceased woman that Alec Baldwin shot, they're going to get the money.
Are they done? Are they not going to file charges against Alec?
Well, there were. That happened a couple of months ago. Yeah, that already happened.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah. No, it's not over. It still has to be.
No.
It still has to be tried. All right, we got to go into your fridge now. Are you still playing Loverboy? Oh, this is working for the weekend now.
Yeah, it rolled into the next one.
I got you. All right, so.
Love that song.
Who brings leftovers home from like a restaurant? Or who, when you cook at home, you have the leftovers in the container in the fridge? I think we all do, right?
Sure. Why not?
The average American spends nearly $3,000 a year on unused groceries. Nearly 1 in 3 adults also forget about leftovers. And by the time you see them in the fridge, it's growing like 6 layers of mold.
Oh.
Yeah, you got some kind of new, penicillin pharmaceutical experiment going on on your food.
I think
meat cake.
Yeah, we've all had that dish that you just put in there. You'll think you'll get to it again, and you never do.
And a lot of times you get angry because like you had an expensive dish at a restaurant. It was really good.
Mm-hmm.
You bring it home, and then like a week later, oh, son of a, and you forgot to eat it, and it's all molded over. It's got stuff crawling on it.
Ugh. I'll still eat it.
I'm about to say.
You just cured polio again or something, You
call me up. I'll come over, put it in the microwave for 30 seconds and eat it.
Yeah, new surveys out that, again, nearly a third of Americans admit that they're likely to forget about the leftovers once they're out of sight. So
Yeah, I ate mold and I survived it, so remember?
I mean, the guy wrote a song about it.
All right, so let's get out of your fridge. This is a little creepy. This woman posted on that, that Reddit forum, was it Am I the Bleep Hole?
AITA.
Am I the A-hole is this subreddit group, right?
Yes.
And you tell the story and you ask the group, hey, am I the bleep hole here? You tell your story. So this woman says, am I the bleep hole for telling my cousin to stop sending me boob pictures of her breastfeeding her child?
Oh, that's weird.
It is. It's
if you
strange.
just stopped at boob pictures, that's a whole big thing to unwind. I don't know what's weirder because they are cousins, so that would be really weird. Yeah. But breastfeeding too.
So this person has a cousin who just wants to share all. The cousin apparently is very pro breastfeeding.
Sure.
And is an advocate for the destigmatizing of breastfeeding, wherever it may be, in public, in airplane. And for whatever reason, this cousin just keeps sending pictures of her breastfeeding her child, and this cousin's like, just stop it. Stop sending me pictures of you boob feeding. And she wants to know on the Reddit group, am I the bleep hole for telling my cousin stop sending me breastfeeding pictures?
That's a little
yeah.
A little awkward.
I support breastfeeding.
Yeah, so do I. Listen, I think it's very healthy.
I don't support it.
There have been studies that, there was like hang on, I think I have it over here.
Dude.
Hang on a minute.
I would say ban it.
I thought I had it handy, but there's a story in the last week or so that if you breastfeed your kid, that your kid is less likely to have behavioral problems.
Yeah.
Well, that explains a lot for Froggy and I.
You guys were not breastfed?
My mom smoked while she was pregnant with me. She didn't smoke her whole life, but she started when she was knocked up.
Yeah. Fester's when Fester was in mom's womb, Mom had a Camel in one hand,
unfiltered,
and a glass of whiskey in the other.
That's what she requested at the baby shower. Just bring me
cartons of cigarettes and whiskey.
MJ, have you ever been in a social environment with one of these really, really aggressive breastfeeders? I have not.
We
met a couple, I don't know, 20 years ago. We go out to dinner. Allison and I, this other couple, we go and they had a baby, and the wife says, I hope you don't mind. I'm going to feed my child now. I hope you don't mind if I breastfeed my child. So I instinctively say, I hope you don't mind if I watch. And I know. The whole dinner went downhill from there.
Kidding me.
I know.
All right, I got to take a break. So we got a lot of stuff to do. Final segment of the show's coming up. You know what? I might need to push. I've got this new guide to dating. But I probably need more time to do it. But there's a crazy Airbnb story. Look, I got a lot of stuff. Hey, Andrew, were you able to find any awkward audio of Kelly Ripa and that Mark Consuelo?
Not yet.
Was it the first show yesterday?
No. They started this week, but apparently it's awful.
Of course it is.
It is terrible. It is an abortion.
Because husband and wife conversations are boring.
I mean, no mifepristone needed, okay?
There's only one successful husband and wife team out there, and it's
we
Chad
know who
and
that
Chris.
is. Yeah.
Hang on. Oh, Chad and Chris.
Chad and Chris, the only successful husband and wife.
Or when Michelle calls into the show. All right, hang on.
Yeah, work with her 5 hours a day.
Seriously. We got the final segment of the MJ Morning Show next. Don't move. Don't forget, we've got the cash word, another $1,000 chance for you to win coming up at 10 o'clock. So listen up. Keep listening. The word is coming up. And the text line and all that stuff. Hold on. We're back in minutes here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Now, We can't even get a spring jingle around here. We got to run, in the middle of the winter, we run the all summer long jingle. It's spring now, and
The greatest hits all summer long. Q105.
That really is terrible. We really need our own package, right?
Tampa Bay's Q105. Tampa Bay's Q105. Q105. Tampa Bay's greatest hits. Q105.
There we go. Still, I don't hear an MJ. We had to do our own kind of bastardized version of the MJ Morning Show jingle.
Kind of bastardized.
Very bastardized.
Yeah, well, here's that one.
It's a good morning.
MJ Morning Show.
There you go.
Dude.
Yeah.
Play the Cleveland Wheeler drops. We have more of those than we do MJ Morning Show ones.
My wife is complaining again. Michelle just sent me a text message. Stop flailing your arms in front of the MJ Morning Show camera.
What? He's been flailing his arms his whole career.
Yeah, I'm a flailer.
I mean,
he flails.
He's made a fortune off of those flailing arms.
My career is all about flailing, okay?
That flail is
exactly
priceless.
Yeah. I told you.
He doesn't do the piano move anymore, Fesh. Remember that one?
What was that?
When you went like this?
Yeah.
I never did the handshaking thing.
No, you not handshaking.
Isn't that like a?
Piano. You used to do the piano.
Isn't that a hearing? Isn't that a hearing impaired thing? Where you shake your hands.
Isn't that what you do in the water when you're in distress?
No, the happy hands. Isn't that a sign language thing? Right, the happy hands.
Well, you did the piano.
You used to do piano keys where it was like this. It was like fingers still.
Yeah.
And you go. This was your.
Hold on, I was doing this.
Yeah. This was your.
Why was I going?
Stop talking. Shut
this
up.
was your. I was your traffic cop gesture.
Oh, when I wanted you to clam
Shut
up,
or coming up next, or
Right.
everything was like
And
your
I go,
piano, playing
you
a
got
big
the piano, man.
Did I do that during Roxanne's marriage story this morning?
You've backed off of that.
Yeah, you haven't done that in a while. I miss it.
All right. Anyway, my wife is complaining that I'm a flailer. I guess you have to watch MJTV to find out. MJTV, the whole show, 6 to 10 a.m. on our YouTube channel. Just go to mjmorningshow.com, click on MJTV, and you can see the graphic for Watch Live when we're on 6 to 10 Eastern Time, or you can watch any of our shows because they're archived every single day. Now, I saw a story that says that if you're a Tampa Water Department customer, you might notice your water tasting or smelling differently soon. I would like to give notice to the Tampa Water Department. No, I will not, because I only used your water to flush my toilet, right?
You shower in the water, right?
And yes,
water the plants.
Yes, and shower with. I don't drink this. And listen.
You don't drink shower water ever?
No. What? Yeah, I want hot shower water in my mouth.
Clears out my nose and my throat.
Yeah. All right, let me tell you, I'm sure you use a neti pot too, right? Probably you're introducing all kinds of, let me guess, like amoebas to your brain or something?
Why not? A couple amoebas.
All right. Now, all I know is that I need the Tampa Water Department to come into my house and clean my freaking sink faucets and my shower nozzles because I've got encrusted. It looks like I've got a turquoise mine in my kitchen. You know the scale? Do you guys, because you're in the county, so you have county water, right?
Yeah.
But I get this scale in South Tampa, and I noticed this the minute we moved to South Tampa in like February of 1994. And if you look around my house, the shower nozzles all have that turquoise, like chalky sludge that sticks to everything.
That hard water. Is that hard water?
Hard water. You got hard water.
I'll tell you what, it's hard to clean up is what it is.
I don't have that problem in the county.
Yeah, you have hard water.
Get ready for some good water, nice soft water.
I'm using it to flush my turlets, okay? And I do have Reclaimed, so I'm very thankful for Reclaimed because that's a lot cheaper. And with your Reclaim meter, you don't get the sewage charge because that is going into the ground. It's not going down the sewage pipes. So, yeah, you didn't know that?
I didn't.
Well, now you do.
Yeah, wow.
Now you know it.
Reclaimed water has a nice little zip to it too. If you want to take a shot of that.
Hey, Fester, get ready to bring a Rubbermaid office trash can to 7-Eleven. Yep, it's coming back.
I thought it was like on 7-Eleven.
No. So it looks like 7-Eleven's Bring Your Own Cup Day returns this spring. 7-Eleven is bringing it back. Bring Your Own Cup Day, happening Saturday, April 29th, and encourages customers to tap into their creativity and bring their favorite cup, helmet, beer stein, watering can, or any other unconventional container. Let me tell you what I'm going to do.
Oil drum it.
You know what? We got to do this. We got to listen. We got to wheel in our City of Tampa recycling bin. You know, the giant green recycle. Let's wheel that into 7-Eleven and open up every single Slurpee nozzle and fill up the recycling bin or trash can with the 7-Eleven Slurpee stuff.
Like a 55-gallon Slurpee kamikaze, just every flavor in there?
Man.
MJ, I got to tell you.
Yeah, it's coming back April 29th.
Would you drink something out of your recycling can? Can we get like a clean garbage can so we could all enjoy it?
I mean, take an ice bath in it.
Oh, dude, if I brought like a big wheelie garbage can with Froggy in it.
Hey, listen, hey, you could go to Staples or Office Depot, and like I said, just get one of those standard office trash cans. Can you imagine? They say unconventional container. Can they stop somebody from bringing? You could empty out the whole Slurpee machine. You could just monopolize the thing, empty every flavor into a big Rubbermaid trash can.
Or one of those big square water holders you were talking about the other day. Those ones that they use
for like portable or mobile pressure cleaning companies and car wash companies.
When the pressure washer or car wash guy shows up and he's got that big plastic container in the bed of his pickup truck.
Just fill that up.
Yeah, how are you going to get that into the 7-Eleven?
Just back your truck up to it.
Just would crash your car through 7-Eleven.
Or I could bring my truck and maybe put like a plastic bed over the bottom of it and fill up my truck.
Next Saturday is the 7-Eleven Super Slurpee Day. Okay, good. I got to make plans.
I'm excited.
It's going to be a long day.
Thought you were going to be all excited about that.
I am.
So please make a note of it. The 29th.
It's noted.
I wish I knew about this. Yeah, Fester said I should have bid on the entire T-Rex dinosaur skeleton.
How awesome would that be to own?
Just got auctioned off for $6.2 million.
Dude, am I the only one thinking that's a little light for an entire T-Rex skeleton?
I'm not spending $6.2 million on a T-Rex skeleton.
You don't own anything nearly that awesome. An entire T-Rex skeleton? You people crazy?
Yeah, that's cool.
That's pretty damn cool.
Yeah, it just auctioned off on the 18th in Zurich, Switzerland at the Kohler Auction House.
How did Elon not buy that and turn it into like a slide or
I don't
something?
know who bought it. One of the most spectacular Tyrannosaurus Rex skeletons in existence sold for $6.18 million.
Didn't some celebrity have a bunch of dinosaurs?
Yeah, I think Nicolas Cage or something. He's
Yeah, I
got
think
he's got all
Nicolas
kinds of.
Cage.
He's got like
This is my
crazy stuff.
He does.
So
He's got the Constitution, I think. Didn't he?
Well, that was the movie.
Yeah, that was the movie.
I'm sorry.
MJ,
National Treasury.
All right, so $6.2 million. Okay, to most people, that's a lot of money. But to the super crazy rich people, that's not a lot of money. That's a pretty rare thing to own, an entire skeleton.
I would think it'd be like $50 million.
See, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Is there any update on Jamie Foxx?
What do we need updated on?
He had health issues.
Dude,
got rushed to the hospital.
He's in the hospital. I think he's still there.
Oh,
And
that must have been when I was on vacation.
Oh, yeah. Jamie Foxx was hospitalized in Atlanta, I think.
Yeah, according to Entertainment Tonight, he's still hospitalized, but he's healing from a medical complication.
But they're not saying what it is. Jamie Foxx, this is from just yesterday. Jamie Foxx remains hospitalized on an undisclosed medical complication since last week in Atlanta. It's like 8 days right now. His daughter, Corinne, first announced that her father had suffered from an unspecified health crisis.
What could it be?
On April 12th. So what is going on with Jamie Foxx?
Does he have mono?
Yeah,
it's a little more than that.
Did he kiss somebody and get mono? Remember, I used to hear that.
I mean, when you look at Jamie Foxx, you would think, pretty healthy guy, right?
Yeah, he's very healthy, I would think. Did he have like a stroke or something?
I don't know. See, that's the mystery. Did he have a heart attack? Did he have a stroke?
I think he's funny.
Did he have angina?
So they're saying he's doing okay and he's recovering, but they're not giving any clues as to what kind of.
Froggy, I said angina. No, he doesn't have. Yeah, he could.
I was going to say, he probably doesn't have that.
He could have angina. He's not going to have a V. Okay?
Okay, I get it.
So,
Roxanne, am I entertaining you over there?
No, actually, I'm reading.
No, you're not.
Well, she's smiling.
No. I'm busy answering all these texts. Thank you so much. I'm not going to get to all of them. All the congratulations. So nice. But no, you were entertaining me.
Oh, well, thank you.
Angina.
We're just talking about how Jamie Foxx still identifies.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't hear the news, about 7:35 this morning, I encourage you to go back and watch it on MJTV, or the podcast will be up at about 11 o'clock this morning. At around 7:35 this morning, Roxanne, I was just getting ready to segue into some other content, and Roxanne said, why don't you reenact your blurt? So I'm saying, hey, it's the MJ Morning Show, and then Roxanne blurts out.
I have something to share with everyone. I'm married. I got married.
No, I don't think you said I got something to share with everyone.
Okay. I just said cold? Really?
I think you just blurted out, I got married.
Yeah.
I got married.
It was a blurt.
It's a blurt. I have a tendency to blurt.
So Roxanne got married on Sunday, just spontaneously you got the marriage license 10 days ago, so it was going to happen. You said that
it's in the hopper.
You say that there's a 3-month
month window.
3-month shelf life when you get a marriage license in Florida, right?
Yes.
All right. So congratulations to Roxanne. Finally getting hitched up to Dig Dug.
Finally, 14 years and 2 kids later.
Wow. Look at that.
Look at you.
All right. And then I'm sure the MJ Morning Show divorce is coming at some point.
But yours?
Yeah, yours.
Yeah. No, that you're gonna divorce us.
My odds are better.
No.
I already have one in the books.
Not Doug.
No,
listen.
Are you going to divorce like us? Are you ever going to walk away from the show
now? I'm sorry.
Now that you're married, are you going to divorce us?
Yeah.
Well, you didn't clarify that.
Well, you didn't give him a chance. Roxanne's going to be like, Fester, listen, it's you, not me. I'm leaving. All right.
No,
congratulations, Roxanne.
Thank you.
We're all very happy for you.
I think it's fantastic.
It's amazing.
You know, I think we ought to end the show with just slightly different music this morning. How about we congratulate Roxanne and play... Oh.
This is the princessy version.
And Roxanne lived happily ever after.
I don't have those expectations second time around.
Do the kids know you're married? Do they understand that you're 5-year-old and 3-year-old?
Of course they do. That was the whole point. We wanted to wait until they could grasp the situation, and my daughter and I picked out all the they picked out my dress.
All right, folks, we have another cash word coming up at 10 o'clock, so it's 11 minutes away. So listen up. We'll give you the next word at 10 o'clock. We'll give you the text line, and you could win $1,000 by just texting in the word in minutes here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105 as I wipe tears from my eye to congratulate. Are you looking for gifts from us by any chance?
No, that's why
was that part of the bloat? The bloat. Was that part? I'm sorry. Was that part of the blurt?
No gifts necessary. When you elope, that's why you want to do it that way, because you just want people to be happy for you.
Folks, have a fantastic day. We'll see you back here tomorrow on the MJ Morning Show. And please, let's be careful out there.